Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. We got a Super Bowl video. All right, we got the Rams, we got the Bengals. It's the night before the Super Bowl. All right, I was going to take the day just to kind of relax, get myself prepared for, later on tomorrow, for about a 5 to 6 hour stream. But your boy's here. Your boy's always grinding. I'm always hustling. I appreciate you guys very, very much. And I just gave this time and space for, you guys to be able to hop on, and we can end up doing like a NFL Super Bowl Q&A. Normally, when the Super Bowl is on the night before on NFL Network, they used to show every single old Super Bowl. And I don't know if they're going to do that here later tonight, but usually they would start it off from like the old Super Bowls, and they would do a 30-minute special all the way up leading to the Super Bowl. And it wasn't one of those special nights for me, because I usually would stay up all night and I would watch every single special, from the Niners in the 80s to the Cowboys in the 90s, Steelers in the 70s. And it was just cool to be able to see those old school players and, to be able to see the old school uniforms. And it really gets you excited and hyped as we're going into Super Bowl 56. Mick is Moot in the building. What to do? Adventures with AG. What to do? How are you guys? Sarah Small in the building. What to do? I apologize. I didn't let everybody know early on that I was going to end up doing the stream until kind of last minute. I took a shower about a half hour ago, and then I decided to get a Monster. And you know what? I was just kind of lounging. I was watching Simpsons and watching some NFL footage and reading. So I said, you know what? Fuck it. Let's, what is everyone doing right now anyways? Everyone's just kind of antsy. They're waiting for the Super Bowl. People are drinking. People are snacking. I ended up eating one of the other deep dish pizzas from Chicago earlier today. Oh, it was good. It was so, so good. Sarah Small, bang, $5. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Always getting the stream off onto a good note. Like I said, we have goals. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App, $ ORION, NWSF on the YouTube Super Chat right here. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on the YouTube page. Follow me. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, NW Sports Fanatics. One sec here, Sarah, so that way I can put you in the comments. You're drinking a beer. Let's go. $5, baby. Appreciate you, Sarah. I can always count on you to get the stream going off to a good note. And that's going to go towards beer. So probably everything that I end up getting today with the stream is going to go towards like beer and snacks for the Super Bowl. So I'm super excited. I got to make a store run later tonight or probably in the morning. So, but we can just watch we can watch Super Bowl classics. I mean, I don't know really what's going on here. I'm watching NFL Network. I'm just kind of fast forwarding. It's all like NFL access stuff. This is weird because normally they would have like the old school Super Bowls the night before. I hate that they took that away. Bang, Sarah, $5 dono on the Cash App. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I don't know. We'll see what everyone is doing. I guess normally, I would have let everybody know that I was going to be doing this stream, a little bit earlier, but I napped earlier today, did a lot of reading. And obviously I'm just kind of, antsy right now, to be able to watch the Super Bowl. But I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. And I think as more people get the notification, if they check their Facebook or their Twitter, Instagram, or, just the actual YouTube notifications or community section, hopefully they can go on there. What are you drinking tonight? What's the beer that you're drinking tonight? I know you don't usually drink that often. What are you drinking out there, Sarah? So you were going with the Bengals, but I'm changing my pick to the Rams. And like I said, I was Bengals for about 2.5 weeks. You know what I mean? Very, very firm on that as well. But I think I made a compelling case last night, as I was going over, the pros and the cons. And I haven't got a Super Bowl winner wrong, in like 20 years, right? So if you think about it, like Joe Burrow compared to Matthew Stafford, Joe Burrow is obviously the guy that's got the drip and the swag. He's like the new face, like the Tom Brady, Joe Montana coming onto the scene. So it's like they're gonna be probably relevant for quite some time, even though we know the AFC is very competitive. Mahomes, Lamar, Justin Herbert. Maybe we're gonna have Aaron Rodgers on the Broncos, so they're gonna be relevant. But the quarterbacks, like I mentioned before. We thought it might be kind of a push. Civil Life. Okay, I've never had that. Is that like an IPA? What kind of beer is that? But as I was going over it yesterday, obviously with the matchups in the Super Bowl, and we got Jake Funk over there on the left. I see you. I had to throw you with kind of an obscure, kind of rare photo of the Rams and Bengals, some Maryland Terps in there in the building. All right, Super Bowl, baby. Tomorrow, 6-hour live stream with your boy. Oh, baby. There's going to be pizza. There's going to be ribs. There's going to be beer. There's going to be chips. I'm going to try to see what we can end up later today. Maybe I can make a store run for some beer today. I don't have any more beer tonight. All the beer got drank yesterday, so I'm definitely going to have to try to make a run. But as far as the Super Bowl goes, look at that fucking beautiful thumbnail by Johnny. My dude. But Matthew Stafford. All right, Matthew Stafford, we already know he is the real deal Holyfield. He's a top 10 quarterback. All right, Joe Burrow is kind of the new guy on the scene. But when we were breaking down the tape and we were breaking down the film, all right, postseason, Joe Burrow 7-0, 68.4 completion percentage. This guy, he's the real deal Holyfield, right? But as we're comparing the quarterbacks, they're both probably going to make at least one mistake. The defenses are going to get after them with like T-Rex and Aaron Donald. So you can call this a push. Offensive line, Andrew Whitworth, Walter Payton, Man of the Year. All right, we already know that the Rams have an O-line. The Bengals do not. Check mark, Rams. Running backs. You got Cam Akers, Darrell Henderson. All right, Sony Michel. And then you're going to be going against Joe Mixon and Samaje Perine. So advantage Bengals, I would assume in that regard, or it would be a push just because the Rams have an O-line. Their running backs might not be as good, but they'll probably get more yards because of this guy, Andrew Whitworth. Joe Mixon obviously is a better talent than Cam Akers, right? A better talent than Darrell Henderson or Sony Michel, but the O-line is almost non-existent, but he's such a boss, he'll probably end up getting 80 to 100 yards, at least we would assume so. If they get under 80, the Bengals have no shot to win, in my opinion. They're going to have to be able to run the ball, and you're probably going to have to get Mixon in the end zone at least once to be competitive, all right? Wide receivers. You got Cooper Kupp, the number one wide receiver in the game. Odell, that nice 1-2 punch. I mean, with those two guys right there, I mean, that's a nice duo. Even Van Jefferson from Florida, the Gators, is very slept on, all right? And then you got guys like Jamar Chase, hit the gritty. He's a top 5 wide receiver, all right? Avoid the Boyd, Tyler Boyd, all right? He is a top 30 wide receiver. And then you got T. Higgins, who's in that same category, top 25, top 30 wide receiver. So even though the 3 overall, I think that T. Higgins and Avoid the Boyd are better than Van Jefferson. I think that this duo of Cooper Kupp and Odell it's kind of been hot, and they're going to impose their will. I feel right now that Odell's hands are better than they've ever been. He's one of the best at catching the football away from his body. And Cooper Kupp is the best wide receiver in the game this year, even better than Devontae Adams or Tyreek the Freak Hill. I think he's unguardable. This is my Super Bowl MVP, Cooper Kupp, okay? Tight ends, Tyler Higbee, he's not going to be able to play. Uzomah's injured as well. The backups for the Rams should be able to get in there and do some business, all right? And then as far as the defensive line, Rams. All right, defense in general, Rams. You got Aaron Donald, you got Von Miller, you got Jalen Ramsey. So it's going to be one of those things where the defense should be able to impose their will. But like I read that stat off yesterday, and this was the only alarming stat that I really, saw, is that the defense for the Rams against screen passes, they're the worst in the NFL. Completions allowed, worst. 66 yards allowed, worst. 526 yards attempted, 7.4, 25th. All right, so that means you can't be jumping routes on Joe Burrow. When Joe Burrow wants to run a screen to Mixon or to Jamar Chase, you better not be jumping up on there, because if they pump fake it on the screen and do a little hitch and go or a stop and go, I mean, he's going to go for a touchdown over the top. Joe Burrow, all right, all the way to Jamar Chase, touchdown, Bengals. It's probably going to happen. I mean, I'm interested to see, all right? First playoffs with this Bengal roster. They're 12 for 12 in the screen pass game. 163 yards, and even a TD on a screen pass. They're averaging 13.6 yards per attempt, which is double than what they had in the regular season. So that's one thing that the Bengals have going really for them, all right? But with the defense, it's right here. It's right here. It's right here. Ramley. And like I said, I was Bengals all the way up until last night. The screen game is definitely a big advantage for Joe Burrow. And obviously, I think with him and Stafford, it's almost a push. We know Joey franchise. All right, Joe Shiesty. He's the man, the Tiger King. Okay. I'm interested to see what we get here in the screen game because you're going to have to get Mixon involved hot and heavy. If they're going to win this game, Jamar Chase is going to have over 100 yards and probably a touchdown, probably two. Unless they end up getting a touchdown to like Tyler Boyd or T. Higgins. All right, but you're going to have to get collectively 2 touchdowns with the wide receivers, at least if you're going to win this game, in my opinion. Probably 3. You might need 1 with Mixon, you might need 1 with Jamar, and then maybe 1 with Boyd or T. Higgins. You're going to have to get those guys involved. This guy right here, out of all the guys that are playing in the game tomorrow, might want to be one of my favorites overall. It's Jesse Bates III. He's the most underrated safety in football today, okay? He is a ball hawk, all right? He in the running game, in the passing game, I think he's graded the highest. So we're going to see him and Von Bell do some things. Obviously, Von Bell and T-Rex, former Saint players, as well as Eli Apple. A lot of the Saints fans are going to be rooting for the Bengals. Look for this guy to get an interception tomorrow. I can't wait to see what he does with it. Advantage kicker, Evan McPherson. All right, I see you. Evan McPherson. He's a rookie. He can kick 40. He can kick 50. He can kick 60, I believe. So if it ends up being a close game like 30-28, don't be surprised if there's 5 seconds left and Evan McPherson needs to kick a 55-yarder to win. This guy will make it, and they have to keep it close. The only way they're going to be able to be competitive is if they keep it close for the kitty to go meow, as Tom Grossi would say. You feel me? Appreciate you guys very, very much hanging out with your boy. All right, let me go through the comments here since I ended up just, streaming this a little bit late. But you know what? People will struggle in and people will go on. If you just want to have a Q&A, any Super Bowl questions, you just want to drink some beer and hang out. I mean, sometimes that's what we do here, right? We just talk life, we talk sports. I've been watching Ozark. And we've been starting it from obviously season 1 and getting caught up with the new season. That show is incredible. If you guys are looking for a show to watch, Ozark with Jason Bateman, it is incredible. It is such a good show. A message from a Golden Eagle. What up, Ryan? In the NWSF, what it do? It's an ale. Okay, nice. How is it? Is it good? Have you had it before? Adventures with AG. Yeah, I'm going to be streaming for probably like 6 hours. So there'll be a lot of people coming and going and hanging out with your boy. Some good Sarah on the treadmill warming up for the Saturday night workout. Let's go. Say that. Let's get to 50 and donuts tonight. We are at 5. Yeah, hopefully we can get some more people in the room too. I know on the East Coast it'll be pretty late. It'll be like 10:45. People in the Midwest, it's 9:45. But what are people really doing right now? People are just kind of chilling. I was going to start the stream at 6 p.m. But honestly, I fell asleep. I was watching Ozark and I was reading and snugging with Paisley, and then I ended up passing out and I woke up and I was like, you know what? I need to stream. I can't be lazy. I've been grinding it out. I've been streaming pretty much every day. Like I said, it could be an NFL Q&A, any type of Super Bowl questions that you guys want to go over, or if we just want to bullshit and just kind of hang out with each other. Like I said, that's what this really stream is about, just to be able to spend time with each other, kind of anticipate the Super Bowl. I was hoping on NFL Network that we were going to get those old Super Bowls, so that way I can get some little tape in to watch that. But it looks like apparently they're not doing that this particular year. Adventures with AG. Donald's the greatest defensive player, but he needs that Super Bowl. The one goal for this game, make sure we stop the Bengals from winning and give LA a 3rd champion. Well, Aaron Donald, obviously, and Matthew Stafford for their legacies. Is Matthew Stafford a Hall of Famer without a ring? That's a real question. Is Matthew Stafford a Hall of Famer without the ring? Maybe not. Like borderline. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a borderline thing. Like, some of the people would say yes, for sure. And some would say maybe a few more dubs. Maybe a ring would be needed. Aaron Donald, first ballot Hall of Famer, with or without the ring. But to be a champion, you want to get at least a ring or 2 under your belt if you can. We know this NFL is crazy, right? We know it's so unpredictable. And obviously, on that regard, for Stafford with his wife everything that she's been through with her hospital visits, Aaron Donald and the struggles of going to the Super Bowl with Jared Goff and the Goffense, with the best friend, right, with Cooper Kupp, and losing and getting only 3 points, in 2018 to the Patriots. This is going to be bittersweet for them if they can, raise the Lombardi at the end of the day. And if you remember, I was Bengals, but just because some of the Rams fans, will come after me, maybe I'm not the biggest fan of Stafford or Aaron Donald. Like, I respect them, you know what I mean? But the Bengals are like America's team right now. It's like that underdog story. Burrow and Jamar Chase made the Bengals cool, right? And they got guys that I like Jesse Bates III, T-Rex. I like those guys a lot. I like Joe Mixon. I like T. Higgins. I like Avoid the Boyd. But just because, you have these warm feelings in your heart, you got to think up here. You know what I mean? Who actually has the better quarterback? It's a push. What about the running back? You can maybe go Bengals. Offensive line, Rams. But for me, when Super Bowls are won or big games are won, it's won in the battle of the trenches. O-line, Rams. D-line, Rams. Defense, Rams. Coaching, Rams. So, I mean, they really hit all the buckets, all the bucket lists. It's like you got Whitworth, you got that offensive line, you got Aaron Donald, you got that defensive line. So you're going to win the battle in the trenches. You're also going to win the battle in the defensive side, you would think, with obviously guys like Jalen Ramsey, Von Miller, and Aaron Donald. And then the one that really puts me over the top, even though that they have a hard time with the screen game, all right, it really comes down to this guy right here. All right, Kevin O'Connell, the new head coach of the Vikings, at least reportedly after the Super Bowl. He's very smart with calling the plays. And when you got a guy like that can ball out with the play calling, as well as Sean McVay, it gives them that edge. And like I said, I've always said Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan are my two favorite young coaches as far as their brilliant minds, the way that they do the X's and O's, the way they look for the mismatches, the way they bring guys in motion, misdirection. They're two of the best that are out there for the 49ers, as well as the Rams. And then a part of that 49er mix, obviously, is moving on because we already know Mike McDaniel was the OC with Kyle Shanahan calling plays, and now he's the new head coach of the Miami Dolphins. Good luck to him. Hopefully he ends up do some big things in Miami with Tua. But Sean McVay, the story is about you tomorrow. I can't wait to see what we get. I hope it's a competitive game. I hope it's close. The last thing I want is a game that's going to be a blowout or anything like that. So let's see here. Let me keep scrolling down. Yeah, got to get that first Super Bowl ring. Absolutely, right? Said Adventures, McVay's same age as my brother. Yeah, that's crazy, right? They're super young. They're not even that old. I mean, it's wild. Score prediction, you're thinking 31-28? 28-19. That's kind of a weird score. Where did you get the 19 from? Mick Ismoot, 34-23. Yeah, Ozark. Ozark is just fucking crazy. Just like the drug smuggling and the money laundering and people getting fucking beat up and murdered. It's just like, it's crazy. And then the kids, are just like having to live a part of that lifestyle where it's like you were just a normal, kid growing up. And then now you're a part of like a criminal empire. And then you got all like the cartels, the Mexican cartels involved as well. Wild show. If you guys don't watch Ozark, you should watch it. All right. So that is pretty much the biggest question for this game. Is Stafford a Hall of Fame if he wins? I mean, if he wins the ring, for sure. But if he doesn't win this ring, and this is the last time that he makes the Super Bowl, is he going to get in as a Hall of Famer? It's kind of like a guy like Matt Ryan. I would put him in the same kind of category. Do you consider Matt Ryan a Hall of Famer? Same thing goes with Matthew Stafford. The numbers would suggest yes, right? But to get a ring would definitely solidify that opinion for guys that are borderline. It's like Eli Manning. He's not as good as Peyton, and he had a lot of good seasons and bad seasons. So the haters would be like, no, Eli's not Hall of Fame. But when you look at what he did in the Super Bowl runs with those 2 Super Bowl rings, some people would say yes, because he got the 2 rings. But I think Eli had more bad seasons than Stafford or Matt Ryan, but he has something that those 2 guys don't have. He's got 2 Super Bowl rings. So it all depends on if you consider the ring being a part of it or not. Snowman in the morning, in the building. What to do? Adventures with AG. Cooper Kupp's going to win MVP. I got Cooper Kupp winning the MVP. I think that was my pick yesterday. And like I said, I thought that I was Bengals. But like I said, the game is won in the battle in the trenches. O-line, D-line, ball control, time of possession, winning the battle in the trenches with pancaking guys, being able to run block, pass block, pull, and then obviously the defense is better with the Rams, even though I think the Bengals defense will make plays. I think they're a lot better than people are giving them credit for. I really like the Bengals defense player for player. They play together, they play hard, and they could end up, making this game a lot closer, especially if they get some picks on Stafford. I think they're going to need about 4 or 5 sack lunches. Yum, 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 yum. You're going to have to get Matthew Stafford on his back to be able to keep it close, and you're going to have to get at least 1 or 2 picks. I would say preferably 2. Jesse Bates III, I know he can get 1, but if you can get like a tipped interception from like the D-line, maybe with like T-Rex, and then maybe 1 on the back end with like Von Bell or Jesse Bates III, that would be exciting. Look, we got the Weasel on the TV right now, Shregs, stealing my material, Uncle Momentum on NFL Network. So let's have our ears start bleeding with material that he's stolen from everyone in the social media game. I see you. Let's see here. Lions 19, Rams 28. That's where you got it from, how you're copying the score, huh? It would be disrespectful as hell to give Kupp the MVP over Stafford. Not necessarily, because what happens if Stafford ends up having a couple picks? So, like, let's say he's got 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, right? But then we have Cooper Kupp getting the winning touchdown, and he ends up having 140 yards and 2 touchdowns. And he ends up scoring the game-winning touchdown. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's not like now if Stafford ends up having 3 tutties, no interceptions, 350 yards, of course he's going to get the MVP. But in my mind, I think that the Bengals defense and the Rams defense is going to get at least 1 pick on each of those guys, maybe 2 in this game. The defenses are going to come to play. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, the most realistic choice, Ben, would be Burrow if they end up winning the Super Bowl, and Stafford. No shit, right? That's a given. Bengals also, Evan McPherson, if he kicks the game-winning field goal. Or maybe he has 4 field goals or 5 field goals in the game, and then he kicks the 55-game winner. Then you could give it to Evan McPherson, or maybe Jamar Chase. But I think Cooper Kupp in this game, I mean, we have a lot of great players, but who's the best player on the field in Super Bowl 56? And I know Aaron Donald's great, right? I know Joe Burrow and Stafford is great, but as long as Cooper Kupp gets the targets, I think he's the best player on the field. Burrow's fantastic. Stafford's fantastic. Aaron Donald's fantastic. But Cooper Kupp was the best wide receiver this year in the NFL. So I think it's like, like Michael Thomas. You can't guard him. You only hope to contain him. Cooper Kupp has been so good. And then complimenting him with OBJ. Like I said, and I'm not really a big OBJ guy, all right? But Cooper Kupp, he is a guy that can score once, twice, 3 times. His route running is elite. His hands are elite. His knack and smell for the end zone is elite. And then you got the guy on the other side where if they're going to double or triple Cooper Kupp, OBJ, he can get 7 or 8 targets. He can pull in some, yards, get a touchdown, and he can even throw for one. Remember that lateral play that they go from Stafford, shotgun set, all right, lateral pass to the left to Odell, right? He catches it, throws a deep bomb all the way downfield to someone like a Cam Akers or maybe a Van Jefferson, and it goes for 50 or 60, sometimes even a touchdown. So I think that, like I said, Stafford would be, the guy that you would think that would get it, or if the Bengals won, Burrow. But I'm thinking that maybe the quarterbacks, have some fumbles, maybe some picks, right? And they're going to play good, both of them. But I got to give credit to the defenses. I got to give credit to Aaron Donald, all right, Von Miller and Jalen Ramsey, that they're going to make plays on Burrow, that maybe Burrow's stat line isn't 3 touchdowns, 350 yards, and no picks. And same thing goes for Stafford, that maybe he doesn't get 350 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no picks. Maybe there's a pick or 2, on each side. And then you got a guy like Jesse Bates III on the back end, just like Ramsey and Von Miller and Aaron Donald, where they can make some plays. Do you feel me? So it's no disrespect to the Rams. I'm just thinking that I think it's possible that you could get someone other than Burrow or Stafford this year in a Cooper Kupp, because he's the best wide receiver this season. I mean, hands down. You feel me? Spliff Raiders fans here rooting for the Bengals. Raiders in the building. What to do? I know the UFC thing is going on as well. I need to probably turn that on. Let me go check my links. Let me see if I can actually get it. I have a link from Zini Panini. So let me see if it actually lets me watch it on a separate link, and I can watch it possibly. I don't know how far in they are with it, but one sec here, guys. And I'm just going to try to check to see if this link that I have, I watch NBA, NFL, MLB on this link, but I'm not sure if it's going to have the UFC. So just give me a sec as I try to go through my conversation with Zini, because she sent this to me on my Twitter. Where are you? Where are you? There it is.
I saw them at work. I saw them around town. They had savers remorse. And I did too. I mean, sure, I paid less for auto insurance, but was it coverage enough? Could I trust the company to be there when I needed them? Then I found Amiga.
Think about everything you have to protect. Then call Amiga. We're rated excellent on Trustpilot. We'll help you understand your coverage options.
Okay. UFC. Oh, is it on here? I didn't sign yet versus Whitaker too. Is that what we're doing? Oh shit! Here we go. Okay, I guess I'm watching UFC then. Hold on, guys. All right. All right, UFC lightweight bout. Hernandez. Was that Moicano? That's in the ring right now, or in the UFC? Okay. Moicano. All right, well, at least I'm watching this now. So if you guys need a link to be able to watch the UFC 271, I got it on right now on my other screen here. All right, let me turn down the volume here a little bit while I can just watch both. And I'm going to turn down the volume on NFL Network so I can pay attention a little bit more to this fight. Here we go. Let's hang out, man. Let's go. Let's get it, baby. Let's see here. Adventures with AG. I'm watching now. Like I said, I had my other buddy that I met up with last night, and we were talking about it, but I kind of forgot, to be honest. And then I was like, oh, yeah, the fucking fight. Colton in the building. What to do? So I hope the Bengals win because I'm an LSU. All right, an LSU fan. Yeah, I think a lot of people, there's a lot of Saints fans and a lot of LSU fans that are definitely rooting for them. Said Cup never had a season like this until Stafford shows up. Stafford's the one feeding him. Yeah, of course. We know that. We know that obviously, Bobby Trees, Robert Woods, everyone's game has been elevated. Goff only had so many limitations. But let's be honest. Did you really think that Cooper Kupp would have a season as big as this? I mean, it's a big part is Stafford. But if you really look at the yak yards and everything that Cooper Kupp does, a lot of his touchdowns, he'll catch the ball 5 to 20 yards in and then run for another 30 or 40. It's not necessarily all of his touchdowns are just in the end zone. And he's very good, in the red zone. He's very good from the 20s to the 20s. And obviously Stafford is the man. But if he has a couple picks and he's got like 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, and let's say Cooper Kupp's got 180 yards and 2 touchdowns and the game-winning touchdown, it wouldn't be that crazy to think that maybe they'll give it to someone other than a quarterback. Cooper Kupp has been the man. He's been the most unguardable wide receiver. And I think Cooper Kupp, has proven that he can do this on another team. Stafford is a top 10 quarterback. You could say that he's been a top 6, top 5 quarterback this season, but he did have 17 picks. So he did have tied for the most interceptions, in the NFL. So we can't forget about that either, right? You know what I'm saying? Like as great as he's been, 41 touchdowns and 17 picks in the regular season, but you did have 17 picks. So we can't really forget about that either. You know what I mean? So one sec here. I'm just trying to make the screen a little smaller for this UFC, and I can bring my stream here. All right. Just got to get my windows all lined up here. Yeah, so I'm glad I didn't miss the main event. So thank you so much, Adventures with AG, of letting me know, and I got the link to come up, and I got Hernandez and Moicano, obviously right now, and it looks like the link is perfect. No buffering or anything. So I'm money right now. I'm good. Let's go. AG in the building, Snowman in the building, Paula in the building. How are you? The night before the Super Bowl, and we got a little UFC 271 on Insania and Whitaker too. I'm watching that right now while hanging out with you guys, and I got NFL Network on as well. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. I'm excited to see. I would be shocked if he loses, right? If he loses, it would be a big upset, right? If Whitaker wins, but I mean, that's why we watch, right? Just like in the NFL, you don't really know what's going to happen. Yeah, who isn't excited for tomorrow? Everyone is. Ark Omen, a random question. What do you think about the metaverse? How about live stream like this, but we're all in your virtual NFL space? I know that'd be wild, right? Goose, he quit. It sounds like you haven't been to this channel in a long, long time. But yeah, he hasn't been here in a long time, man. He quit. Like I said, you know, when we ended up doing the 49ers and the Chiefs Super Bowl, after that Super Bowl ended, he didn't show up for like 7 months. You know, didn't call me, didn't text, didn't show up. I did the show by myself. And obviously, if you have a duo or a trio on YouTube, that's unacceptable. Then came to the regular season last year, showed up for a couple months, and then quit again. And then I ended up having Preston, my boy Swaggy P, do NFC Championship game as well as the Super Bowl. He got jelly. Thought I replaced him, even though I technically didn't. I didn't fire him or replace him. He just didn't show up, and Preston wanted to watch the Super Bowl with me, so I invited him on the mic. He did a great job. We had a fantastic time. That was Packers-Bucks when Brady ended up winning, and then Bucks versus the Chiefs in the Super Bowl 55. So then he went on social media, blocked me on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, and said the only reason people watch the Northwest Sports Fanatics is him. Watch at your own risk. I'm like, dude, I am the CEO. I'm the one that sacrificed a PSA 9 Michael Jordan rookie card that's worth $30,000 to $50,000 for the setup, for the iMac, for the speakers, for the microphones, for the green screen, all that. So, so we're not friends. And then he ended up starting his own channel and lying to people, saying that we're still boys. And the only reason that we don't record together is because he moved away. That's 100% false. We are not boys. We are not friends. And that's sad that, you have to lie to people to try to get subs and views. If there's someone that's borderline, they love this show and they, had some respect for him, maybe at that point when we were together, but then to lie to your people, just to make it like, oh, are you still cool with him? And if they're like borderline subbing, yeah, we're cool. And then they sub to your channel. But then a lot of people have found out the lies that have been spoken. So it is what it is. We're never going to record ever again, but I'm okay with that. I've moved on. Things have been great since that happened. I lost 300 subs with some of him and his family members and whatnot. And Grossi rated me for Jags and Bengals. Kitty Goes Meow in October, the same day I got my puppy Paisley. Changed my life. We got 400 plus subs on that stream to get me over 20,000, which was great. Okay, got $620 in donos from the Grossi posse. Amazing. And I got a future collab with Tom when the Packers and Bucks play next season. We were going to do it this year, a live play-by-play and reactions collab, but his Packers lost, my Bucks lost, so we have to wait till next year. So it is what it is, man. My life is great. Sometimes having toxic people out of your life is good. And like I said, I'm not lazy. You can't record on YouTube and be successful. Record whenever you want to. It doesn't work that way. He taps out. Oh, he tapped out. Wow. Rear naked choke. But yeah, on YouTube or anything that you're doing, if you got dreams and goals, you can't be lazy. You can't pick and choose when you want to record. You got to grind it out. You can't leave at halftime, you know what I mean? And then assume that I'm going to give you donos after you've left. Who would do that? If I'm doing all the work, why would I give you donos after you leave? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. So it's like you got to be able to put in the hard work and the grind and the hustle. And I'm a grinder, and that's what I do. So I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys. I know there'll be plenty of other people that'll be bringing that question up. I think I've answered it probably 100 times this season. But I mean, the fans need to know the truth. So But like I said, I got guys like Swaggy P that'll hop on the mic. I got a lot of other friends that wanted to come over, but since we're still in COVID protocol with me and my family, I'm trying to kind of be safe about it, even though I've gotten my shots and everything. But, I feel that I can do the live play-by-play and reactions. I've done a very good job. I got a great support system. We got people from the Grossi Posse, Holly Hundo. We got people that have stepped up their game a lot, like Sarah Small. She ends up doing the numbers for the donos. We got YouTube GM, who's my stats and analytics guy. So, we have a team now. It used to be just me. So it feels really good to be loved by the fans. I appreciate you guys very, very much. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App, $ ORION NWSF on the YouTube Super Chat right here. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on the YouTube page. Follow me, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, NW Sports Fanatics. I got UFC 271, Adesanya and Whitaker 2. So we got that here on the screen to my left. I got the 53 HD TV. All right, I got the flat screen in here, and I got NFL Network on, and then we're streaming right now. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Paula in the building. How are you? How are you? And like I said, any donations that will go in today on the Cash App is going to go towards snacks and beers for the Super Bowl. I don't have any beers or really snacks lined up except for, the ribs. A little pizza that I ended up eating today with the girlfriend because we wanted to try it out. So I got ribs, but I still need to get some beer and whatnot. So if there's anybody out there that has some extra change that they want to throw your way so I can end up going, to the store either later tonight or in the morning, it'd be greatly appreciated. I don't need to get a lot of beer, you know what I mean? But I am going to be streaming for like 6 hours. So I'm going to try to be able to get a couple tall boys of the mango Modelo's or the pineapple Modelo's, and then maybe like an 18 rack. And I probably won't drink all of that, but you never know. 6 hours stream. We'll see where it goes. Paula in the building. What to do? How are you? Niner by nature in the building. Bang, bang. Niner gang in the building. What to do? UFC 271. We're talking NFL. I got NFL Network on. I ended up doing my picks video last night, which was really tough, to go from the Bengals and switch over to the Rams. But, you got to think about it. The battle in the trenches, O-line, D-line, defense, coaching, and I think all those check marks go to the Rams. So if I was a hater towards Stafford or Donald or just the Rams in general or the Rams fan base, then, I could just be like, oh, Bengals like everyone else. They're more likable, right? Joe Burrow, more likable. Jamar Chase got the swag. But I think this is the time, that the Rams are going to get it done. And it's sad that they beat my Buccaneers, but they're battle-tested. The Bengals are battle-tested, and it's going to be an amazing Super Bowl. I can't wait for it tomorrow. So Debo that like button, y'all. Hell yeah, baby. Appreciate it. Yeah, well, like I said, you got to understand, though, too, for my hustle and grind. I'm grinding it out, almost every day. And then I don't have any other jobs right now. I've gone all in on the YouTube. So all the donations that I end up getting, that pays rent, that pays bills, gets me, beer to do the streams and shit like that. You know what I mean? Dog toys and food for Paisley, my puppy. So it's like, I'm not doing warehouse jobs. Normally I have 2 or 3 jobs. I went all in on myself. And so I bet on myself to not do other jobs, but obviously I have to have the support of the fans to be able to make it work. And you guys have been incredible. Like I said, usually the streams hit somewhere between 75 and 500 on every stream I do. So you guys are the best fans on planet Earth. I'll be doing NASCAR. I'll be doing WWE pay-per-views. I'll be doing a little baseball, NBA, a little bit of AEW. I'm doing a little bit of everything. So primarily the channel will still be NFL and college football and AEW and WWE, but I'm going to mix in some extra content and really grind for you guys. You guys are the best fans on planet Earth. And a lot of people are busy. Like Swaggy P has a regular job. He does like Coinbase with like obviously Bitcoin and that type of stuff. So he's doing Coinbase. He's got that job. He does refereeing on the side. He also does hustling on eBay, buying, boxes of baseball cards, football cards, WWE, wrestling shirts, flipping them and making money. So he's a busy guy. So he can't commit to me full time. And I don't know if anyone else is smart enough to be able to have the chemistry with me to be able to lock and load and be on my grind and my schedule. But, when I can have people drop in, they will. I have a lot of people wanting to come through and, hang out with you guys. But it has to be the right time, the right place. So we'll see. But for as far as like another full-time member, I don't know if you're going to have another full-time member anytime soon, just because everyone else has got their own lives. They got their jobs, their kids, they're married, they have a girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever the situation is. I mean, I got a lot of people that want to hop on, but again, it's like, you can't just hop on just because I've worked 10 years and I got these fans and all the hard work that I put in. I mean, it has to be the right situation, not just like, oh, I'm going to hop on this guy's stream just to kind of get my face out there. It's like, you have to be like one of my best friends. Like, you have to be really close to me. And I got a lot of close buddies, that's for sure. But Swaggy P, he's a real one. He's my friend for life. I love him and I appreciate him very much. Paula's in the building. What to do? Sarah's drinking a beer. Let's go. Colton, what do you think about running back rankings? What are we talking about, Colton? Are we talking about in general? Or are we talking about like going into next season? I know Jonathan Taylor, was a top 10 running back and he went all the way up into the top 5. Everyone wants to talk about Run CMC, but he never can stay healthy. So if we're talking about guys going into next year, I mean, I still like King Henry. I like AK-41. Hopefully his legal problems will be over with. Obviously, we know the AK-41, getting arrested. Not a good look, beating the guy up in the elevator, and there's going to be more things going on, as far as AK-41. But I love AK-41. He's my favorite running back in the league. I'm a Bucs fan. Yeah, I said it, but I love him. You know what I mean? I think he's got a chip on his shoulder. He just got to stay out of trouble off the field. I love King Henry. There's a lot of guys I like. I mean, I would love Dalvin Cook as well as, guys like Run CMC and Saquon, but all those other guys, they get hurt too much, man. Jonathan Taylor to me is almost at the top now. He's like top 3. I like him just as good. Jonathan Taylor, King Henry, AK-41. Those are my 3 at the top, I feel. So, yeah, you know what I mean? But anytime if someone, if someone isn't if they're not about my dream, you know what I mean? Like, it's always been my dream, and then someone was along the ride for it. The Batman to the Robin, you know what I mean? But if you're not dedicated, you know what I mean? If you're lazy and you don't want to put in the time or the effort or the grind, it's not going to work out. So, we had a good run, but that's the past, and I'm moving forward. So, yeah, the offense, baby. Dude, I changed my pick, man. I went to the Rams. The only thing that was interesting about the Rams, Goose, is that you guys are the worst at the screen pass. All right, worst on completions allowed, 66. Worst in yards, 526. 25th in yards, 7.4. But now you're worst in the playoffs. The Bengals are 12 for 12, 163 yards and a TD, 13.6 average, which is double in the regular season. So if the Bengals are going to be effective, they have to screen to Mixon and Chase like a motherfucker. And the only thing I worry about is that if Burrow pump fakes, okay, pump fakes to Mixon, pump fakes to Jamar, right? Ramsey bites, and they do a hitch and go or a stop and go, then there's going to be Burrow, pump fake, going deep, Jamar Chase, touchdown, Bengals. So we'll see on how that goes as far as the screen game. But offensive line, Rams. Defensive line, Rams. Defense in general, Rams. And then the most important part, coaching. And that's an easy one for me. And it's going to be, guess who? Kevin O'Connell, the future Vikings head coach. And my boy, my favorite coach in the NFL, besides Kyle Shanahan, who's young, bright, X's and O's guy, super intelligent. They only scored 3 points a couple years ago. I think this is the time that they're going to end up showing America that they are the best team in the world. Sean McVay, mad love, mad respect. You and Kyle Shanahan, as far as the young coaches, you guys have such incredible bright minds. You always know how to do the X's and O's to a T, but also the mismatches, misdirection, pulling guys, setting guys in motion. There's nobody better in the NFL, as you've seen how they've used Debo, and make them puke Ayuk, Kittle, everyone that they got. And mark my words, when Trey Lance is a starter next year, if he is, he's going to ball out next season for the Niners. I can't wait to be able to see what he has to offer in the NFL. Yeah, seriously, great omen. I got Paisley, the Grossi raid. Yeah, the Bengals game was fire too. If you remember that Jags-Bengals game, it just Kitty goes me out. I mean, it was an incredible day. I've had a lot of fans that have converted from the Grossi posse that watch me now only, or they watch both of us, which you should. I encourage everyone to watch Clickbait Sports and Grossi. You got Grossi, 5-point vids, Scooter Magruder, Urinating Tree, Perna. They got an amazing, starting 5. And my ultimate goal is to do some collabs with Grossi. And then maybe one day, if I could be that 6th man on the Clickbait Sports. I feel I'm good enough. I feel I have good energy, knowledge, passion. And like I said, no one's going to bring the energy or fire like me, besides maybe Tom Grossi, as far as the live play-by-play and reactions. I think we are the two best that do it in the business. So I'm excited to be able to do the Super Bowl stream tomorrow, and it's going to be fun, man, about 5 to 6 hours. Oh, looks like we got some cash out for some beer. Ben, oh, baby, thank you. I appreciate it because I don't have any beers. You can tell I'm not drinking anything tonight. I went through a shitload last night with the girlfriend. We stayed up way too late. We were playing dominoes. I was watching TV. We watched Ozark. And like I said, I got some naps in. I hung out with Paisley. I am going to need beer money for tomorrow. So anyone that has Cash App that wants to throw some money for chips, or some beers would be greatly appreciated. Because like I said, 6 hours and my girlfriend's leaving. So I'm not going to have access to the Whippy. So she's going to be leaving, going to her family's in Washington. So I'm going to have all the snacks and beers, in the morning or tonight. So that way I don't have to worry about leaving, and I'll be streaming for about 6 hours. Ben, my boy, I appreciate you so much, dude. And I'll get to everyone's questions here in just a sec.
And technical I am. We're going to hear that. Who's fighting for the title next? The stakes are very high in this fight.
Got UFC 271 here playing. Bang! Benji! $20 cash out for beer for my Super Bowl stream. Thank you so much, man. That's so greatly appreciated. We're at $25, so that'll help because we know beer is expensive, and I'm going to have to go through it, but I appreciate you guys very, very much. Let's go. Let me go through here, and you can reiterate, Colton, what you're talking about the running back rankings. This is a Q&A as well, so I'll be answering anything you guys want. So yeah, Peter Strager, dude, always stealing my material. Uncle Momentum. I almost lost my mind. It's one thing where EA Sports and Madden took sack lunch from me and stole it, didn't give me any credit, and put it in the video game with the audio and on the screen. When you go to sack lunch, it would say sack lunch, sack lunch, sack lunch on the screen. They didn't make that up themselves. Obviously, I made that up. And then with Uncle Momentum, Peter Strager put it on the show Good Morning Football the day after the Bengals beat the Chiefs. And also, this last week on like Wednesday, he did it again. 2 separate clips. If you go to my Instagram or my Twitter, you can see the actual feed where he steals Uncle Momentum, claiming like he made it up. Come on, Strags. You know what I mean? You are so desperate for material. You got to steal from Orion on the NWSF because obviously we know what's hot in the streets. We relate to the people. So that's why people like on TV go and see what Northwest Sports Fanatics is doing. Pat McAfee has stolen it, obviously as well with his crew, but I like that show. Okay. But Good Morning Football, I lot of respect for Strager, just the way that he played that out. And Good Morning Football is not the same without Nate. Nate Burleson made the show, so I'm going to transition to Pat McAfee show. I'll still watch a little Good Morning Football, but I won't watch all 3 hours anymore. That's big facts. Donald for MVP. Here's my MVP, Goose. All right. Everyone thinks it's going to be Matthew Stafford, or if the Bengals win, Joe Burrow, Joey B, Joey Franchise, the Tiger King. My MVP right here, Cooper Kupp. I would be happy with Cooper Kupp. Aaron Donald would be great. Stafford, it'll probably be one of those 3 players you would assume. And then if the Bengals win, more than likely it'll be Burrow, Chase, or maybe this guy as a sleeper, Evan McPherson, if he ends up having like 5 field goals and kicks the game-winning field goal 55 yards out with like a second left. You know what I mean? But I'm thinking Cooper Kupp, he is arguably the best player on the field. I think that he has really shown that he's unguardable. He's unstoppable, and I expect a big, big game from him, even a bigger game from him than even Jamar Chase. Skinner in the building. What to do? Brute Saint. What to do? Hey, Brute, what are you doing for Super Bowl? Are you going to be at home? I'm going to be dropping the link in tomorrow. So if anyone wants to hop in for a few of you selected people, Birdman 951, Brute Saint, a couple of y'all, if you want to, hop on and just say hi, during the stream while you're eating or partying or drinking beers or whatever. You're more than welcome to hop in the stream for a few minutes and say what up to the fans and, check in unless you're just going to be way faded or you're going to be at a friend's house or something. But you're more than welcome to hop on Brute Saint tomorrow as well as Birdman 951. Ben Rossi in the building. What to do? How are you? Elliot Evans in the building. What to do? You like the hoodie? Swaggy, drippy, super comfortable. I'm glad that you got it, my dude. Brute Sage, I'm excited as hell. We're about to have a Super Bowl party at my sister's house with plenty of delicious food and hatred for the Rams. Well, you're a Saints fan, so I totally get it. Yeah, but you can always hop in the stream if you can. Like I said, I'm going to be streaming for like 6 hours tomorrow. So as much participation that we can get. We know Grossi's stream is going to be lit. There'll be people bouncing back and forth, but I'm going to be doing a hell of a job. I'm going to be grinding it out. And like I said, being able to hang out with friends while we watch the Super Bowl together. I mean, who else is going to make the Super Bowl fun besides me or Grossi? You're going to have a great time. All right. Best quarterback that fits the Saints. I mean, you could be looking at the NFL draft. You can bring Jameis Winston back. You could bring a guy like Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers in, even though you guys are like 70 million over the cap. So I don't really know what you're going to be able to afford, but we're going to have to kind of wait and see what happens there. My boy Ben, bang, $20 on the Cash App. We're sitting at what, $25, baby. All right, another 25 to get to 50. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Appreciate you, Ben. You're the man. Eli Apple, Super Bowl MVP, 2 pick sixes. If that's a troll job of all troll jobs. Skinner, so I plan to have you out on the laptop and game on the TV. I think that's a lot of people, are planning for that as well. So that's exciting. Jared Cannonier versus Derek Brunson. Manscaped, 37 and 38, 5'11", 6'1", 185, 185, and their reach is about the same, 77.5 to 77. So I don't know when the main event is going to be on, but hey, Bruce Buffer's on the TV. So I got the link on the left. I got the stream here with you guys. I got NFL Network on the TV, and we're hanging out. Gang, gang, gang. Ben. Appreciate you. Legend in the building. Said, hoping my Rams can get it done tomorrow. Like I said, they're not very good at the screen game. They're the worst in the NFL, so we know that the Bengals are going to bring it, but I had to give you guys, a little Jake Funk. I had to give you some Maryland Terps in there. Give you guys a thumbnail that's a little unusual. Super Bowl 56, LV1, Rams, Bengals, 6-hour stream with your boy tomorrow. Oh, baby, look at Johnny's thumbnail. Isn't that beautiful? Johnny does such great work. I'm going to be doing NASCAR, wrestling, baseball, basketball, and we'll still be talking NFL even when the season ends, because you guys know the NFL is 24/7. The NFL is every day for me, so I'm not going to stop doing NFL coverage, and if there's some old games on NFL Network, I'll do live play-by-play and reactions for those to give us some extra content as well. We got Matthew Stafford, baby, tomorrow. Andrew Whitworth, Walter Payton, Man of the Year. Cam Akers, Cooper Kupp, baby. Odell Beckham Jr., OBJ, Van Jefferson. Too bad Tyler Higbee's injured. He's not playing. Aaron Donald. Will he get 2, 3, or 4 sack lunches tomorrow? Von Miller, Jalen Ramsey, Ramley. And then on the flip side, we got Joey B, Joe Burrow, Joey Franchise, Joe Shiesty, Tiger King, Joey Burr. All right. And then you got Joe Mixon, Jamar Chase. All right. The King, the Gritty. All right. You got Tyler Boyd. Avoid the Boyd. Tyler Boyd. T. Higgins. Jesse Bates III. Evan McPherson. As Tom Grossi would say, kitty goes meow. Man, I am excited for tomorrow. It's going to be fun, man. It is going to be fun. Brute Saint. So I will say it would be nice for Stafford and Kupp to get a ring, and Aaron Donald. I mean, let's think about the guys that really deserve it the most. Bobby Trees, Robert Woods not being able to, be in the game. They got OBJ, which is just like on that same kind of level. The production that you're getting from OBJ is what Robert Woods would have given you. And Robert Woods is the best blocking wide receiver in the league. I think that he is the most underrated wide receiver with Cooper Kupp prior to this year. Tyler, get to the door and lock it, as well as DJ Moore on the Panthers. Van Jefferson's underrated as well, right? But now with Stafford there, he was able to show and bring out the best in Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods, even though Robert Woods got hurt. And it's nice. It's nice to be able to see guys get love and pub. And, Cooper Kupp is from Washington, just north of me in the Northwest. So it's always nice to get guys. And on top of that, being a Caucasian white wide receiver, I mean, this is like the reincarnation of Steve Largent all over again. And Steve Largent, for you young guns and young bucks, before Jerry Rice, there was Steve Largent. Steve Largent was the guy that dominated in the NFL for the Seahawks. Let me see if I can get you a picture of him so you guys can see what he looked like. The uniforms for the Seahawks back then were amazing. Some of my favorite uniforms of all time were the old school Steve Largent unis.
Nice footwork. The way Callahan pivots it down. Very, very nice. Because you said this about Sam. Because of the way Brunson moves, it's a bit unorthodox, right? So when you go to return, he's gone. Yeah, he just kind of grabs your leg.
God, look at this one. He doesn't even have a thing on the front of the face. Oh, I can't. Oh, there it is. Hold on. One sec. Look at this photo. He doesn't even have the grill, dude. This is crazy. Hold on. This is wild. Look at the NFL back in the day, how things have changed when I was a kid to now. Look at this. Before Cooper Kupp, this season, breaking all the records and whatnot. Oh, my God. Look at that. Look at the helmet. Oh, shit. Look at the helmet. Look at the helmet, though. I mean, the jerseys, the blue ones, the helmets. I mean, God, that just screams like 70s and 80s football. You know what I mean? Steve Largent was the guy before Jerry Rice, and I feel there's a lot of similarities with Steve Largent as well as Cooper Kupp. It's just awesome to be able to see because we already know the brothers, they run the wide receiver position. Devontae Adams, Tyreek the Freak Hill, and then you got this guy who is a Bill Belichick wet dream. I mean, could you imagine? This is like Julian Edelman on crack. This is like, Amendola on crack, Wes Welker on crack. I mean, this is the real deal right here, and I think Cooper Kupp could do it with any team. I think he's that good. You know what I mean? I think that if you got to have a good quarterback to get the most out of him, because you saw good stats with, best friend, it's the best friend, and Jared Goff in the offense. But Matthew Stafford is a tremendous upgrade. You went from a guy that was somewhere between 20 and 30 in the NFL at quarterback to a guy that's a top 10, maybe top 5 this season. 41 touchdowns, 17 picks. Yeah, Stafford had a lot of picks, tied the NFL for the most, but they're in the Super Bowl. All right, he's the man. All right, Cooper Kupp, I love you. And he's just from Washington, up north of me here in Oregon. Love him, man. Colton, he said, who are you taking for the next 10 years, Burrow or Herbert? Ooh, well, I'm an Oregon Duck, through and through, right? So obviously if I'm an Oregon Duck through and through, that's tough. That is tough because I think both guys with Burrow, he's a guy that's very popular. They're in the Super Bowl. I mean, he won the Heisman. He won the Natty. He's looking to win a Super Bowl. This won't be his last Super Bowl that he's in for the rest of his career. I believe he'll go to a minimum of at least one more, hopefully at least two more. But you know how hard it is to get to the Super Bowl and let alone win. Oh, he's about to choke him out. Oh, good reversal right there. Wow. But I think with Burrow, I mean, he gives you that Joe Montana, Tom Brady vibes. You know what I mean? But there's a long ways to go before you match those guys' careers. Those are the two best. Obviously we know that Brady's got 7 rings. Montana went to 4 Super Bowls, got 4 rings. So there's a long ways to go to get there. You know what I mean? As far as wins, championship status. But I think both are great. I think that's a push. I mean, as far as all the quarterbacks that are in the league right now, all right, you got Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Mahomes, those are kind of known as like the top dogs. But after those 3, Josh Allen, Burrow, and Herbert are my next 3. I think those 3 are the future of the league. They're better than Dak. They're better than Kyler. They're better than Lamar. Those other guys are in the top 10 as well. But the cream of the crop, the guys that are going to take over the top spots once, Mahomes gets a little older, he'll still be in the top 5, right? Or when Rodgers and Wilson are retired, you're going to see Josh Allen from the Bills. You're going to see Joe Burrow from the Bengals and Justin Herbert. And I'm telling you, the way that Burrow is being loved right now, Herbert will get the same love when they go to the AFC Championship game and Super Bowl in their future. They just have a lot of bad luck with coaching, defense, injuries, Derwin James. You got Austin Eckler, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen. I just feel bad for them. But you did do a good draft. Rashawn Slater was great. Asante Samuel Jr. is great. But I think that I don't know. I mean, I think that's a push because I think both guys are going to be successful. Burrow probably has more chances to get deeper. But, I mean, unless Herbert goes to another secondary team, but I think Herbert will make an AFC championship game in the next 5 years, and I think he'll get the same kind of love and praise because Herbert has already broken all the records out of any quarterback, yards, touchdowns in the first 2 seasons. And I saw him in Oregon. I watch him front row. I go to the games. Herbert is special. Everyone thought that Burrow and Tua were going to be so much better, and obviously we can see Herbert. It's the man. I mean, he's very calm, cool, collected, like Joe Burrow. A lot of similarities in their game for leadership qualities, a great arm, very smart. Herbert is very intelligent. I think both are going to have a lot of success before their careers are over. And I hope that Burrow and Herbert win at least 1 ring before it's all said and done. But we know how competitive the AFC is. And then if Rodgers goes to the Broncos, that's not going to make it any easier. You feel me? I think that's a great question, though, Colton. Great question. But I don't know, who would really one or the other. I think they're both going to have success. But Burrow and Chase, Keenan Allen and Justin Herbert is great, right? They're younger. The team overall has a vibe about him, the Bengals. So you might want to lean towards Burrow, even though I'm a Herbert guy and I'm an Oregon Duck. But until Justin Herbert gets the proper coaching and the proper O-line, and then they get rid of this curse that they have, kind of like the Lions, for injuries and just losing. They should have made the playoffs this year. That was a big disappointment for me, for the Chargers. Legend is I just want Stafford, OBJ, and Aaron Donald to win a ring more than anything. They deserve it. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. CFL. Shit. I mean, XFL, CFL. I mean, if there's fucking football going on, I'm going to be grinding it out. I'm always going to be, streaming. I'm always going to be hustling. True, Donald deserves. I mean, if anyone deserves one, Aaron Donald, based off his resume, and Matthew Stafford, because he's been in the league longer. You know what I mean? I mean, Stafford's time is running out. I mean, if we think about it, he's got a few more years, but how many more opportunities are the Rams going to go to the Super Bowl? They'll be probably pretty good next year as well, especially if they keep OBJ, but nothing's guaranteed. And it's really hard to go to the Super Bowl back-to-back years. The Bucs tried to do it. We failed. The Chiefs tried to do it. They failed. I mean, the Rams definitely could do it, but, history tends to not repeat itself as far as going back to the Super Bowl. You have injuries, free agency, bad luck. So the chances of the Bengals and the Rams being in the Super Bowl next year, pretty slim. There'll be some other teams that are hot and healthy. But yeah, I'll keep grinding it out for sure. Paula, I did that for you. The Steve Largent. I know you're from in that Seattle area. I have a lot of Seattle love. I met Ken Griffey Jr., when I was 7 years old. I met Ken Griffey Sr. I got their autographs. I still have the photos. I go to Seahawk games and Mariner games as much as I can. I'm a big Oregon Duck guy. I do Oregon Ducks, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Blazers, and obviously Mariners. Those are the main ones. But I don't watch the Blazers and Mariners as much. I usually watch more Dodgers because of my dad. He's been a fan since the 50s. But the real ones that I claim are Buccaneers and Ducks. Dude, Steve Largent, baby. Steve Largent, he was so good. He was so good. That was for you. I hope you enjoyed that. I always try to make the streams very personable for everyone that's in the room. I love you and I appreciate you very much. Mika's Moot in the building. What to do? Yeah, it is a quarterback award. But the thing that I thought in this game, Cooper Kupp is the best player on the field to me out of everyone that's playing. Aaron Donald is elite. Stafford and Burrow are elite. But if you're talking about a guy that's going to put up the stats, I think that Cooper Kupp has a chance to put up the biggest stats tomorrow. He's unguardable. He could have 2 or 3 touchdowns. He could have as many as 200 yards, just like Jamar Chase. He's that good. It wouldn't surprise me if a guy gets 140 to 200 when they have a skill set like Jamar Chase, or for a guy like Cooper Kupp. Oh, almost knocked him out. Oh, he's on the ground. Got him in the headlock. Boom. Oh, it's over. Woo! Big KO right there. Wow. He took a couple of nasty blows on the ground, forearms and punches to the face. Wow. Big win. Oh, baby. And we still got the main event. Adesanya Whitaker. I got that here as well. So let's go, baby. But the only reason I brought up Kupp maybe winning the MVP, because what happens if Stafford and Burrow, right? What happens if they throw 2 picks? So let's say Stafford has 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, 250 yards, and they win the game. And the 2 touchdowns are to Cup, and he's got like 180 yards, and he has a game-winning touchdown. You know what I mean? Like there can be scenarios where Burrow and Stafford have a pretty good game, but if they have a pick or two, and compared to maybe Cup's stat line being so amazing, there's a chance that even though it is a quarterback award, and sometimes it'll go defense, maybe this is the year that Cup gets it. You have 200 on the line. Go Bengals. Ooh. I mean, I was Bengals, and it could happen, but O-line, all right, like I say this all the time, you know what I mean? There's one thing to bet with your heart, or if you have hatred towards a team or a fan base, if they beat you in the playoffs or you just don't like them. But think about this. Who's got the better O-line? Rams, right? The battle in the trenches means something. Who's got a better D-line? Rams. Who's got a better defense? Rams. Ramsey, Miller, Donald. Even though I do like T-Rex a lot, I like Von Bell a lot, and this guy might be my favorite player on the defense overall because I like linebackers, safeties, corners. This guy's amazing. Jesse Bates III is the best ball hawk in the NFL. In coverage, man, or in zone. He's a pick machine. He's a great tackler. He's a stud. I would love for this guy to be on my team, okay? But overall, right, it's Aaron Donald, Von Miller, and Jalen Ramsey. All right. So offensive line, defense, and the last one is coaching, right? Who's got the edge in the coaching? Kevin O'Connell calling the plays for the Rams, the new head coach of the Vikings, right? And this guy, Sean McVay. He is the best young coach at play calling, X's and O's, and mismatches besides Kyle Shanahan. They only scored 3 when you had Jared Goff. You have Matthew Stafford now. No excuses. The Bengals could win. But I just think that, you know, I have to be smart. I haven't got a Super Bowl winner wrong in 20 years. People come to me for bets. People come to me and they'll drop 500, 1,000. You know what I mean? So I have to make sure that I'm not betting, you know, with my heart. I have to bet up here, right? And so even though I like the Bengals more, I like Joe Burrow more than Stafford. All right. You know, I like Jamar Chase on the same level as Cooper Kupp. The Bengals are more likable. If you're not a Detroit Lion fan or you're not a Ram fan, you're going for the Bengals. Am I right? Everyone in the world is going for the Bengals unless you're a Stafford, Detroit Lion fan, or you're a Rams fan. That's just how it's going right now. The underdog story. Everyone loves an underdog, all right? But your offensive line and the issues with Uzomah and this, I mean, the defense, I think for the Bengals will play better, and they are the worst team against the screen, the Rams. But, I mean, everything has to go right for the Bengals, which it could, but I would assume the Rams will be up at halftime, you know, maybe by somewhere between 3 to 10 points. Bengals will have to roar back. Rawr! They're going to have to go kitty goes meow, but it might be too little too late. So Yakima. Okay. So get him. He said, Dana, I want the shot. He said, me. Oh, let's go. Mahomes is only 1 year older than Burrow. Yeah, Mahomes will be around for a long time. So Mahomes, Burrow, you know, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert. You know, you got those 4 guys. You know, Mahomes, Burrow, Justin Herbert. It's looking good. You know, you got a lot of the young guns, the future of the NFL. I'm excited. I'm excited to be able to see what Josh Allen, Burrow, Herbert, and Mahomes do for the AFC. JT. A Cooper Kupp practice jersey? Shut up. That's like a gold mine. I would definitely rock something like that. No way. That's awesome. Wow. You watched LSU Clemson today? Yeah, LSU was stacked. Burrow Herbert is the new Brady Rodgers. Yeah, it'll be definitely very, very exciting for sure. Are you going to do NBA All-Star Weekend? I know how you feel about the NBA, though. Yeah, I will. You know, if it's sports or content, you know, even though I don't like WWE and the NBA that much right now, it's gone downhill since COVID in the last 2 years. Do I still watch a little? Do I still read? Absolutely. I'm always going to be in the mix of everything that I'm doing. You know what I mean? I'm always going to be watching, but yes, I will be doing the NBA All-Star Weekend. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App. $ORION-NWSF on the YouTube super chat right here. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on the YouTube page. Follow me Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, NW Sports Fanatics. I need beer money for tomorrow. I had to pay bills, and I've been grinding and hustling almost every day. I've been getting groceries, pet food, dog toys, snacks. So I do need to be able to get some chips and some beer for tomorrow. I'm going to be streaming for 6 hours and grinding it out. So if there's anyone that has a few extra bucks, in the Cash App to help your boy out with some beer, your boy Ben dropped a 20 spot. Sarah did a 5. We're sitting at 25. We're almost there. I don't need to get 100 beers or anything like that, but I definitely need to get a few snacks. We went into the pizza that my boy sent me, the deep dish from Chicago. Amazing, right? And I got the ribs for tomorrow. So that's what's going to be on tap for me. But with the ribs, I would like a bag of chips or 2, and then maybe get a couple of those Modelo Tall Boys, pineapple or mango, and then maybe another 12 rack or 18 rack of maybe Corona or Modelo on top of that. I'm going to be grinding it out. So Ben says the new Roethlisberger Rivers. I mean, if you're talking about body size and whatnot, but I mean, Joe Burrow is kind of Joe Montana, Tom Brady-ish. Justin Herbert is kind of like a Roethlisberger Rivers, but I think better. I think that he's got a lot of upside. You know what I mean? Herbert's athleticism and his arm. If the Chargers were in the Super Bowl, I think they would be getting the same kind of love as the Bengals. A lot of people would be rooting for him, and they would be shining the spotlight on Herbert the same way that they spotlighted on Joe Burrow. That's facts. So the Cash App is spazzing. Uh-oh. Yeah, sometimes you just got to refresh and whatnot. You'll reinstall it. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate you very, very much. Said true. If I wasn't a Rams fan, I would be rooting for the Bengals. A lot of people are, you know what I mean? But it's has to go through money, and you got to be smart about it. And like I said, I even did Eagles over the Pats in the Philly year, and I said that that the Eagles were going to win and they were going to win big, and everyone laughed at me. I said they're going to win by 9 or 10, and they're Ryan, you're a fucking idiot, you're crazy. Eagles fans though, they were like, wow, this Buccaneer fan, he's not biased. He really does believe. And the reason I chose that Eagles team is that even with Carson Wentz going down with an injury and they had a backup, Nick Foles, you saw they had a better O-line, a better D-line, and they had the 4 horsemen led by Jay Ajayi that they sprinkled on the end, like the cherry on top, just like the Rams getting Odell and Von Miller. And when you get guys like that, they put you over the top, and they ended up winning by 9 or 10 or more. And it made me look like a genius. And I think Eagles fans have been riding with me ever since, since that debut year here on YouTube. This is my 10th year of recording, my 6th year on YouTube. So your boy's been hustling and grinding for a long time. I take a lot of pride in picks. And prior to the Super Bowl, I got a lot of picks wrong, just like a lot of experts and pundits. This year, in November, December, and January was the hardest to predict games ever in my entire life. In 35 years of watching football, I have never had a harder time picking games, and the upsets were more this season than any other year that I can remember. There was always road teams and upsets that you thought, no way in hell this team's going to win. And then that team would win. And you're like, wow. So that's why we love the NFL, because it's so unpredictable. And that's facts. Yeah, NBA will be fun. Dunk contest, 3-point contest, skills challenge. They do the rookie sophomores or the international American. They do that game, and then they obviously have the All-Star game. And even though that the product overall is kind of booty-os for the NBA and WWE, will I still watch? Yeah, I'm still going to watch a little. Not maybe the NBA regular season, the NBA playoffs. I'll tune in heavy. All-Star game I do. For NBA All-Star Weekend, I will do that. And then obviously when we get to the finals, I'll be doing that as well. Karl Anthony Towns is in the 3-point contest. Yeah. Yeah, right? You might have had Russell Westbrook in there. He can't shoot worth a shit either, right? So who do you think is going to win, Bengals or Chiefs? Chiefs. I actually had the Chiefs being the Super Bowl champs this year. I had Chiefs. I thought Chiefs-Rams were going to be, once we got a little bit deeper into the playoffs, but I thought, that it was going to go that route. But I also thought that it could have been Chiefs-Niners. You know what I mean? I thought the Niners were starting to roll at the right time. But like I said, it's just really hard to predict. But I thought the Chiefs were going to beat the Bengals, just like 99% of America. You know what I mean? It was just kind of a shame that they shit the bed. And it all happened with Uncle Momentum. If you remember the exact moment where they lost. Patrick Mahomes, right? Screen pass, Tyreek the free kill. They stopped it, right? The defense stopped it for the Bengals. And that's when they were up 21-3, where it could have been 24-3, and they got the ball in the second half, right? And what happened? Uncle Mo, third quarter. Uncle Mo, fourth quarter. Uncle Mo, overtime. And they haven't, Uncle Mo has been sleeping at the house on the couch ever since. So crazy, man. They'll be back. Yeah, let's get some. Oh, and that's another thing. I don't have any more gummies either. I ran out last night, my girlfriend, and we ate some last night to help us sleep after staying up way too late. So yeah, I need to get some Doobie snacks. I need to get some Scooby snacks. I need the chips. I need the gummies, and I need to go get beer. That's facts. Kendrick Lamar. Yep. Snoop. Yep. UFC. Tai Tuivasa. Okay. Still not at the main event just yet, but I got UFC 271 on. And Insania Whitaker, too. We're talking Rams, Bengals. It's the night before the Super Bowl. I was hoping that NFL Network was going to show those old games. They used to do 30-minute specials from Super Bowl 1 to the current one. And I would stay up all night. I can't tell you how many years that I used to stay up all night drinking the Mountain Dews, right, and watching every single Super Bowl. It gives me those, hairs standing up on my arms and on my neck. Just gets me excited. I loved when NFL Network would do that, and they would show all the old games. I don't think ESPN is doing it, but I know NFL Network did it in the past, and it's kind of a damn shame that they're not doing it right now. I'm going up here, Pac-12 Network, and I doubt ESPN would be doing it. What do they got going on? They got college basketball and then Sports Center. Yeah, they're not doing it either. So I'll just keep it on NFL Network, and then I got this link for the stream, UFC 271, baby. I wonder what the Colts do for playmakers. Well, you already know what you need to do. Chris Godwin, I hope he comes back. But Allen Robinson, Chris Godwin, Devontae Adams, anybody that's a wide receiver, you got to be able to try to get them to come. And if not, you got to draft a wide receiver. And there's some really nice ones. I mean, the Saints and the Colts are eerily similar. Both teams' fan bases, right, have great running backs. Jonathan Taylor, AK-41, right? They both have amazing O-lines. Quentin Nelson, Ryan Ramczyk led. They both have amazing defenses, all right? Cameron Jordan, Lattimore, Demario Davis, a.k.a. the glue. Strager, don't steal that one from me. You probably will, because he keeps everything held together on that defense, okay? And on the flip side, Kwity Paye, all right, DeForest Buckner, Darius Leonard, right? And then they got quarterbacks that are Band-Aid, short-term replacements. But I thought that Jameis and Carson played pretty damn good overall, and they didn't have any weapons at tight end or wide receiver. Eerily similar, the Colts and the Saints. You guys need wide receivers, tight end, and you also need to figure out the quarterback situation. Is Jameis coming back? Is Carson the guy, or are you going to move on? But once you guys get your quarterback, both teams will be AFC championship contenders, and the Saints will be NFC championship contenders again. Once they get, their Andrew Luck, Peyton Manning on one side, and their Drew Brees-like figure on the other. I think both teams are eerily similar, and they have the same needs going into the draft and in the postseason, in the offseason. Eli Apple, yeah, Eli's always spouting out, dude. You know that. So what happened in Vegas didn't stay in Vegas. I mean, that was tough. And AK-41, he's my favorite running back in the league, and he has been for a long time. I've always stated that, you know what I mean, as a Buccaneer fan. You got Leonard Fournette. I think I got like 27 guys that are going to be available to leave or stay in free agency. That's a lot. I got a lot of guys that can come or go, guys that will get traded, guys that will take money to go somewhere else. The number one priority for me is Chris Godwin. I hope he comes back. I need him desperately. He's one of my favorite players on that offense with Mike Evans. I don't want to split that up, but if he ends up going to a team like the Colts for my girl Sarah Small and it helps their team win, I'm all for it. I just want him to have a great career. But AK-41, be smarter, my boy. You know what I mean? Like you're going to Vegas with your boys. You punch a guy until he's unconscious, and then your boys stomp on his head. I mean, come on, dude. Be better. You're an NFL player, and I imagine you take care of your boys from the hood. I imagine those are the people that you hand down money and you take care of them. You're the success story. You're in the NFL. Don't jeopardize your career of trying to beat someone's ass in an elevator. My God, dude, be better. Be better, AK. I love you on the field, though. You're still one of my favorite players in the NFL. Derek in the building. Oh, this UFC is good. I'm glad that you let me know, and I got this link up right here. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. I need beer money and snack money tomorrow. It'd be greatly appreciated. I got no gummies. I got no beer. And I don't have any chips or snacks besides the ribs that I got from my boy Jake. He ended up sending me ribs from Chicago. Derek Lewis versus Tai Tuivasa. We're getting closer to the main event. All right. UFC 271. Adesanya and Whitaker too. Let's go, baby. But it's going to be interesting to see where everything goes. But I do need some gummies. I do need some beers. I do need some snacks. I need to get there. I need to be able to find a way. So, and I'm going to be streaming tomorrow for about 6 hours. So having a little bit of, energy with that would be helpful. Got to have the beer, baby. Got to have the beer. Tai Tuivasa. Can you guys hear the UFC in the background? Can you guys hear the audio? Can you guys hear the audio? Oh, drinking out of the shoe. Oh, my. So, yeah, it's going to be fun, man. It's the night before the Super Bowl. We got UFC 271. Derek Lewis. This guy's an animal. Fan favorite. Fan favorite. Lots of people cheering for him. You can hear it? Okay, good. Fighting! Let's go. Derek Lewis! Let's go. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App, $ORIONNWSF on the YouTube Super Chat right here. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on the YouTube page. Follow me, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram at NW Sports Fanatics. Let's go. Yeah, I'm ready for the game as well. How do you rank the new batch of receivers in the league? Smith, Chase, Jefferson, Jalen Waddle. That's a great question. I think Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson are both top 5 wide receivers already. I think they were top 10, but I think you could put Chase and Justin Jefferson in the top 5. I can slide out like Julio and some of the older guys out of the top 5, but Cooper Kupp, Devontae Adams, Tyreek the Freak Hill, right? And then Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson are pretty much equal. They are both game breakers. They're both amazing. They're both from LSU. I love them. And I think Waddle is underrated. He's got a lot of game. Smith is the worst one out of the 4. So if I had to do a ranking on the guys, I would probably go Chase or Jefferson, kind of tied at the top. And then I would go Waddle, and then I would go Smith. But, I mean, once they get more weapons and once you get more familiar with Jalen Hurts, I think Devontae Smith's numbers will go up. Waddle has Tua, but you also got to look, Jamar Chase, they have better quarterbacks. You got Burrow going to Chase. That's amazing. And then you got Kirk Cousins to Jefferson. So obviously the quarterback that's throwing to you, that makes a big difference on your stat line as well. So but I would probably go Chase and Jefferson at the top, then Waddle, then Smith. DeAndre Hopkins is still top 5, but I mean, he's starting to get a little bit older, and at some point he'll slide out of that top 5. I mean, he's still up there, you know what I mean? But since the injury, has happened, I mean, it's just like Justin Jefferson now and Jamar Chase, I feel, can put up the same kind of stats as Hopkins at this point. I know, right? Ooh, big kick by Derek Lewis. UFC. Tuivasa versus Lewis. Ooh. This motherfucker tried to do a jumping knee. Oh, he stunned him. He's on the back of the cage right now. Allen Robinson had a bad year because he didn't have the chemistry with Justin Fields. Mooney was getting more of the looks, but prior to this year, Allen Robinson was a top 10 wide receiver and probably the most underrated wide receiver in the league. One of the top underrated top dogs. You know what I mean? Just like Mike Evans, I feel, is underrated. He doesn't get a lot of love. But if Allen Robinson can go to a team that can get him the goddamn ball, he'll be back into being a top 10 receiver again. That's my personal opinion. I like him a lot. Tua could get on a playoff run. I mean, they need someone better than Tua. Imagine if they would have drafted Justin Herbert instead. They would have made the playoffs the first year, and they would be in the playoffs almost every year because they got an amazing defense. They got a lot of weapons on that team. Tuivasa just got stunned right there. Lewis just dropped him to the ground. Joe Fly in the building. What to do? Oh, Derek Lewis. Oh. Ooh, Tuivasa's fighting back, though. Oh, shit. Well, you know what? I don't try to drink every day, but I'm almost streaming every day. And it's not like I need to get fucked up or blacked out. It's just usually just having something to sip on. You know what I mean? And obviously, I've been exercising. My mental health has been a lot better. You know, I've been hanging around Paisley. I don't have any other jobs that I'm doing. I'm all in on the YouTube. So, you know, if I drink a couple beers here and there, it's not like I'm having 10 every day. You know, it's usually 1 or 2. And then if I have like a Super Bowl, maybe I'll have a little bit more. But, you know, I don't really like drinking beer, honestly, or drinking hard alcohol. Sometimes with the beer, it's just because I'm streaming. But I'd rather do gummies or smoke. If I had a choice to either do weed or do gummies or drink, I would do gummies instead. That's what kind of my preferred thing. So, what did he say, Elliot? If anyone wants this link for Adesanya Whitaker, let me know. I don't know if any of you guys are UFC fans or not. I don't watch every UFC fight. I'll watch some boxing as well, you know, here and there, depending on what I got going on. But if anyone wants the link, if you're not already paying for this fight or watching it already, let me know. And then if you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, shoot me a message, and then I can shoot you the link. This is the number one thing trending right now.
He always says he's an All-American, but he finally showed it. Hey, dude.
Unconfined with a great message. Cutting off toxic people doesn't make you a bad person. And I feel bad for young Nola and Justin Wills. I mean, I want to have them in the room. You know what I mean? But if you're not donating and you're being toxic and you're making me lose donos and subs, I can admit it's been a lot more peaceful in the chat. And overall, I think you guys would agree when you have some of those toxic people, you know, even if they're not trying to be toxic on purpose, but sometimes if you got that negative energy, it's not good, man. So, but that was a great tweet that I had to retweet, though.
Nice job by Sean Sullivan there. The unauthorized reproduction or distribution of this copyright.
All right, going into round 2, Tuivasa. He got rocked there at the end. Let's go. Let's go. All right, round 2. And then we're going to get closer to that main event, which I assume is after this. Yeah, Dalvin always gets hurt. Run CMC always gets hurt. But, you know, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, Dalvin Cook, Kirk Cousins, and you're going to get Kevin O'Connell, the Rams OC. So watch, if Aaron Rodgers leaves, right, if Aaron Rodgers leaves to go to Denver, which a lot of people are speculating, right, then this guy is going to run the division. This guy's going to lead the Minnesota Vikings to the NFC North year in and year out. I'm telling you, the Bears, the Packers, the Lions, you know, they'll be trying, but this will be the best team, I think. Derek Lewis coming after Tuivasa. He's back against the cage. He rocked him. Yeah, every time he gets contact, he goes back into the cage. But I really like Kevin O'Connell. He reminds me a little bit of McVay and Kyle Shanahan, and I think he'll be able to keep his job there, especially if Rodgers leaves. Shanahan was his coach. He would run for 3,000. I mean, Shanahan loves to run. Shanahan loves to run. And even if he was on the Cowboys with Leon Lett. Oh, Derek Lewis punching him in the head. Oh, they're going at it. These big guys are going after it. Tui Vasa's fighting, though. I mean, Tui Vasa has been getting hit in the face like over and over and over again, but he's still swinging. He's still fighting there. Respect, dude. He can take a punch to the face. And you never know. All it takes is one punch to the chin. And, oh, he knocked him out. Oh, shit. Oh, Tui Vasa gave Derek Lewis an elbow and knocked him out. Oh, my God. Tui Vasa was getting his ass kicked that whole fight. He did one of these. And then, boom, Derek Lewis. Good night. Oh, my God. Dude. And that was creepy because I just said that. All it takes is one punch, right? And then you can lose a fight. And at that exact moment, right, the sports gods are like, Orion says it, Orion gets it. He was dominating the fight all the way through. He had one elbow forearm to the face, and he went down like a tree in a forest. Oh, my God. Dude, he was just beating his ass. But it shows you in UFC and boxing, one of those, and the fight was over. And he got one, right? One of those, and then he's just getting his ass kicked the whole fight. Right here, watch. He's getting punched in the face. He got one little punch right there. All right, and they're showing the replay right now. A punch in the chin. So he got two clean punches on the chin. All right, and at 3, I got another one on the forearm. All right, and then this one right coming up. So grab his dick and twist it. The good old dick twist. Twist his dick. Good old dick twist. Wow. The guy in the background. But this forearm shiver. Forearm to the chin, and then he fell right down. Like immediately. Like right here. And then like a tree in a forest. Wow. That was so, I mean, you never know. That was very unexpected. But like I said, you could be getting your ass kicked. If you can take a punch to the face and you can just deliver one blow, you can end up coming back from a fight that you have no business winning. Wow. That was crazy. Kyler, Tampa Bay, stay in Arizona, the Steelers. I mean, there's going to be teams, but he still has a lot of money on his contract. So, I mean, I don't necessarily want him, but if he comes to Tampa, am I going to root for him? You definitely bet your ass I will. You know, I'll take Gardner Minshew. I'll take Kyler. I'll take Russell Wilson. I'll take Rodgers. Anybody but Kyle Trask. Tui Vasa, wow. Fucking knockout. Bam Bam. Wow. He is a hard puncher, but like I said, if you're willing to take those punches, I mean, he was, wobbling around and going into the cage, but if you can take a punch, it shows you all it took is one big forearm and it knocked him out. That's why UFC is great, because one punch can change everything, or one forearm. Surprising, right? Rich Bashasha. That'll be another one that someone steals. Everyone loves stealing my catchphrases and just the swag and the drip. I'm always drippy. I always got the swag. I always got the catchphrases. You know what I mean? I'm always coming up with the original content. And it's just still wild to me, Elliot, that like Good Morning Football, Peter Schrager, NFL Network is stealing my material. Pat McAfee is stealing my material. EA Sports and Madden is stealing my material. That's a pretty big honor. I mean, it makes me mad. But if you really think about it, it's like almost an honor that these people are imitating me. You know what I mean? Often imitated, never duplicated, baby. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm an Oregon Duck guy through and through. I thought, like, if he went to, like, New England, I think that could have revitalized his career. He just needs to go somewhere where, he has good structure. And Mariota, his issue is not turnovers. It's just injuries. He's got a good touchdown to interception ratio. He's smart. He's a good leader. He's good with the football in his hands, RPOs. He can run. He can throw. It's just a matter of being able to stay healthy, and that's his problem. You know what I mean? But, yeah, Mariota could be a guy that could start for maybe, I don't know, how many teams do you think Mariota could start for? Maybe 6 to 8 teams in the NFL that need a quarterback he could probably start for. So we're at, we're still at 25. We need to get Hopefully we can get 25 more. If we can get that, that would be great. Because obviously I need to buy beer and snacks. And 25 is a good start, though. You feel it. He just tried to copy my whole swag and my whole, like, you know, my whole drip, dude. It's like, come on, dude. You know, often imitated, never duplicated, man. So if you were a coach, would you pick up AB if you were one good receiver away from being a top-tier team? Fuck no. He's crazy. I mean, obviously, we tried to give him a second chance with Brady, and Brady even had him living at his house, his guest house, right? But obviously, he's with Donda Sports with Kanye now, and it kind of makes sense. Kanye is kind of, right, AB. So, yeah, no, you wouldn't want – he won't be in the league ever again. He's done. Yeah, we gave him so many chances. He did help me win the Super Bowl, right? But if he would have stayed on the Buccaneers, maybe I'm in the Super Bowl this year. You know what I mean? Losing Godwin, AB, and then having injuries to Tristan Wirfs and Jensen, my center, it just killed the opportunity for me to beat the Rams. Yeah, seriously, dude. You just left me, dude, after God. I mean, I needed you in that game, and you fucked me over. Exactly. Yeah, you don't want that shit on your team. You mean the Commanders? The Commies? Yeah, but the thing is they're going to be looking at the draft and free agency. You know, Panthers will probably draft a quarterback. And then with the Commanders, the Commies, we'll see where they go and the direction they go as well. But they might be going in the draft or free agency. Yeah, Heineke from Meineke, I think that they like him more than bringing in like a Mariota. Because like I said, Mariota's got a good skill set, but he gets hurt too much. Heineke from Meineke has actually been pretty good for them. So you're going to probably stick with him unless someone else comes around that they feel is better. But he ain't too bad. The Commanders. Kanye's cray-cray. Yeah. If the Commanders win the championship in their first season, it'll honestly be so funny. Yeah, not going to happen. All right, here we go. We got the main event coming up. Props to watch. Israel Adesanya versus Robert Whittaker. Win by decision, win inside the distance, and win by knockout. Everything is for Israel Adesanya, the champ. He's got the belt, baby. Adventures with AG, appreciate you bringing up the stream. Because like I said, more than likely I would have just saw the highlights. But this link that I have gives me NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, and it does give me, apparently, UFC. So appreciate you guys very much. And obviously this will be like an NFL Q&A, a hangout session with your boy before the Super Bowl. I got NFL Network on. I got the fight on, UFC 271, and we're just hanging out. Trying to raise some money for some beer and some chips, some snacks for Super Bowl tomorrow. What do I think about the Pro Bowl? The Hug Bowl, they need to quit it altogether. Absolutely dog shit. It's horrible. And plus the Pro Bowl doesn't mean anything because a lot of times the all-pro status means more than the Pro Bowl. They need to get rid of the game altogether unless they're going to tackle. If you're going to tackle and play hard, the fans would love it. You know what I mean? But if you're going to play like that with like no blitzing the quarterback and hugging, it's sad. It's not even worth watching. I did the Pro Bowl live stream. I think we made a couple $100 on it. But you know what I mean? It's like, I'm going to do content for content, but goddamn, it's bad. It's one of the worst things in sports. NHL All-Star Game, awesome. NBA All-Star Game, halfway decent, right? MLB All-Star Game, I think, is the best because they play hard. It means something. It's usually like home field advantage from, you know, either side, American League or National League. But, you know, I just love, you know, the hockey side of it. But MLB has the best All-Star Game, and you get the home run derby. That shit I love. I love the home run derby. I love the MLB All-Star Game. Pro Bowl's garbage. NHL All-Star Game is pretty good, even though I don't follow NHL to a T. And the NBA All-Star Weekend is pretty good, you know, but it could be better if they just tried to play defense and played hard. I mean, the fans would respect you a lot more on the NBA side and the NFL side if you played it like any other regular game. Play hard. I mean, if you get the competitors that are the best in the world trying their hardest, I mean, you're going to get like amazing memories. You know, you're going to have like, you know, everyone going after it to flex on the gram on who's the best in the NBA or the NFL. Not this like hugging bullshit or guys that don't play defense in the NBA, you know, until like the fourth quarter. So Nate the Great, what it do, my dude? How are you? all grinding away. I'm trying to raise money for some beers on the Cash App if we can, or on the YouTube Super Chat, obviously, for beers as well as some snacks. I got the ribs for tomorrow. I need to try to get some gummies. I need to try to get some beer and a couple bags of chips. I'm going to be streaming for about 6 hours. Hope you had a great day. Nate the Great, always working 16-hour shifts, 80 hours a week. Nate the Great, the GOAT of the channel. Salute to you. Hope you're having a great day, my dude. And I know you messaged me back late. I always try to check up on people to make sure they're doing okay. I figured you were working. No problem. And I hope you're doing okay. Hope things are getting better at home and at work. Like I said, I love you and I appreciate you. One of the guys that always donates to the channel, supports me. And like I said, I'm proud to have you a part of the NWSF family, man. Gang. Kanye was posting that Kid Cudi isn't his friend anymore, and he betrayed him because he's friends with Pete Davidson. Like, man, that's high school drama shit. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, things have changed.
As a Saints fan, it was good to watch Cowboys sell in that playoff game. Yeah, and I know a lot of Saints fans are rooting for the Bengals, just like LSU fans, because you got Eli Apple. No one cares, right? But T-Rex, I love T-Rex. Trey Hendrickson is a big reason why the Bengals are here with Joe Burrow, right? And I love Von Bell. I know Saints fans, whether they want to admit it or not, your defense is lit right now. But if you still had Von Bell and you still had T-Rex, it would be even better. Like, you're going from usually a top 10, top 5 defense. You might be top 3 if you ended up having T-Rex and Von Bell still there. Von Bell, always underrated. I love him. I love him. T-Rex, one of the best pass rushers in the game. There we go. Thank you. Bang! $20. Love you, buddy. Appreciate you. Gang, gang, gang. Nate the Great, $20 on the YouTube Super Chat. Thank you, my boy. I appreciate you. Appreciate you very, very much, man. Gang, gang, gang. I got UFC 271. Adesanya Whitaker 2. We're talking NFL, and I'm just trying to raise some money for some beers on the Cash App, so that way we can get to me buying some beer and getting some snacks, baby. Nate the Great, always supporting the cause. I appreciate you. $45. $5 more to 50. Yeah, we got $45 so far. Not bad, not bad. I mean, we've been averaging about 75. It's usually somewhere between like 75 to 500 on a stream, just depending on, who's in the room and what we got going on. So, but I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. I've been grinding. I've been hustling. I've been streaming pretty much every day. I don't have any other jobs, so no other income is coming in besides YouTube. So your guys' generosity and support for me has been unmatched. I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. And this is the night before the Super Bowl. I mean, I can't believe it. It's like it's finally coming up. And then we get this awesome fight, UFC 271, Adesanya, the champ, versus Robert Whitaker 2. Oh, let's go. Let's go. And I'm going to have a WWE, Elimination Chamber, Daytona 500. I'm going to be doing those either next weekend or the following weekend. I think it's on next weekend. So next weekend on Saturday is the WWE live stream at 9 a.m. because it's like in Saudi Arabia. I'm doing that. And then the Sunday's the Daytona 500. And I've been, Panthers fan and Forbidden Alchemy. They're like, we'll give you 200 if you want to do NASCAR. I'm like, okay, well, fuck. All right, let's do it then. That gives us some more content to do. So, Nate the Great, my boy, appreciate you. Let's go. Can you guys still hear me over the UFC background? Because I got 2 different things open here, so I don't know how loud it is on your guys' end. If you can hear me and you can hear the background of the UFC, or if the UFC is louder than I am. But I imagine I'm louder than the UFC. I'm a loud mofo. I'm a loud motherfucker. Michael is in the building. What to do? Colton. Yeah, that is kind of wild. The Caucasian guys are balling out. I'm a big Eminem guy, and you can see guys, that are in a game, with other guys, like with the brothers that usually dominate it. And to have TJ Watt, let alone Cooper Kupp. This league is dominated by the brothers. I mean, that's just facts. I mean, maybe not the quarterback position, but usually in the skill position, running back, wide receivers, tight ends usually are split up with white and black. But offensive linemen, great ones that are white, black, and Mexican, and all the other different races out there. But yeah, definitely with the Caucasian guys, with TJ Watt, 22.5 sacks, and Cooper Kupp, big pick. You know what I mean? Because a majority of the league, I don't really know what the percentage is of black or white, African American or Caucasian in the NFL, but I think that it's what I would assume it's like 60-40 with the brothers or 70-30. I mean, I know there's a lot of white offensive linemen and other positions that are out there, but I would assume it's probably like 70-30 or 60-40, something like that. It sounds good. Okay. It says no white quarterbacks except for Tre'Davious White, who is black. All right, here we got one of the best intros in UFC right here. He always tries to b-boy it. Adesanya, the champion. He's always like, little pop and lock. Let's go. I know, dude. I mean, I'm Asian. I'm Japanese and Czech. I mean, let's get some Asian. I mean, there's no Yao Mings in the NFL. You know what I mean? No Jeremy Lin's out there. How many Asians are in the NFL? I don't think there's any. I know that they had Dat Nguyen, remember on the Cowboys, that linebacker? Remember him? They had him, Vietnamese, but Young Ho Koo, there we go. Yeah, that is. There you go. There you go. The kicker. So we have what, one? One Korean kicker, and that's it. So one Asian. I mean, there might be another half Asian or quarter Asian that maybe that's like a bench guy on one of the teams or whatever. But I mean, as far as right off the top, Young Ho Koo, no more Dat Nguyen. I mean, I think that might be the only one. But Young Ho Koo is good. So at least he's representing for us and the Asians. You know, he actually is one of the top 6 kickers in the league. Okay, let's go. Let's go. UFC 271. Adesanya. Let's go. This should be lit. All right. Patrick Chung. Yeah, he said sounds Asian enough. Yeah. I always wondered about that too. Obviously, I watched him at Oregon, and he's a brother, but maybe I don't know if he has like some Chinese roots in the family or not. Because obviously Chung is more Asian, so it sounds Asian at least. He said. Do you remember when Linsanity happened? That was wild, man. Where he like blew up. That was a crazy time. You mean the steroid era? You know what I mean? McGuire, Sosa, Rafael Palmeiro. I mean, all the Roger Clemens. I mean, everyone cheated. I'm a Griffey guy. I met Griffey, when I was 7 years old. And look at the shirt that I got on right now. Watch this. It's the MLB symbol, but it's actually Griffey. It's actually a Griffey shirt that they changed into like his likeness of him swinging with the hat backwards. Love me some Griffey. I got his autograph on the rookie card. I have a picture with him and his dad. Griffey's my hero besides my dad. I mean, that's my favorite athlete. Even though I have like LaMichael James and Mariota and Herbert, DeAnthony Thomas, Derek Brooks, Warren Sapp, John Lynch, Rondé Barber, Mike Allstott, Devin White, Levante David. There's a lot of guys that I love, but Griffey is my all-time favorite. That's facts. All right, we got a Super Bowl live stream the night before, as well as UFC 271 reaction, which, boy, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App, $, ORION NWSF on the YouTube Super Chat right here. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on the YouTube page. Follow me, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, NW Sports Fanatics. The main event, baby.
The Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation. Chairman Rick Figueroa. Executive Director Mike Ari Mendez. Our 3 judges scoring this contest at Octagon Sidearm. Mike Delton, Doug Crosby, and Jacob McConnell. And when the action begins,
let's go. If Whitaker wins this will be huge. It'll be nuts, man. Taylor Rapp. Yeah, Taylor Rapp is he's Chinese. There you go. Look up those stats, baby. Let's go. The main event, baby. Oh, baby. It's time, baby. Let's go. How do I think the Rams defense chemistry going to be? Because in that last game, Jalen Ramsey and Rapp were fighting and Ramsey punched him. I think it'll be better. You're in the Super Bowl. Emotions are high. You know what I mean? I think it'll be fine. They're not good at the screen. They're the worst in the NFL in the screen pass. So as long as they don't give up like 200 yards in the screen game, they should be fine. I mean, you're relying on your guys to come together. All right, Donald, Von Miller, Jalen Ramsey. I mean, they're going to get it done. Look at that. The Jake Funk. Some Maryland Terps. Let's go, baby. I can't believe it's tomorrow. Oh, look at Johnny's thumbnail. Woo, baby. Let's go. Main event, baby. UFC, baby. Fighting. Oh, I can't wait to watch this. Like, even if I just tuned in right here, I mean, this is the time to be able to check it out and see what's going on. Let's go. Reigning, defending. Let's go. UFC 271. Let's go. One of the best in the world. Even if you don't watch UFC, you've heard his name before. Let's go. Asian. His mom is half Korean. There we go. We got some Asians in the building. Maybe Kyler Murray of the Bucks. He's like, oh, Orion is half Asian. He's Japanese and Czech. Let's get it, baby. Money McPherson. Thank you. I appreciate that. As far as, putting the effort with the shows, I think my chemistry with the fans compared to other channels is a lot higher. I think we have a good vibe and connection. And like I said, live play-by-play and reactions is one of the hardest things to do, to be great at. That's why there's so many people on TV that are shitty at it, and a lot of bad people on TV that are just talking sports. So I take a lot of pride on being entertaining, knowing the stats, having the passion, and not being biased, and also being just a real motherfucker. All right. Israel Adesanya hitting the jab. Almost went for a kick right there. I would recommend anyone that's a fan of USC to turn this on right now. I mean, this is the main event. All right. This is for the middleweight championship. This is going to be huge. Whitaker, I don't know what the chances of him happening. We thought Derek Lewis was going to win that fight. And then we saw the upset happen, one forearm to the chin. But if Whitaker wins, it'll be one of the biggest upsets in UFC. That's facts. But I appreciate that very much, Paula. I take a lot of pride in everything I do. Like I said, I have a great fan base. You guys are the best fans on planet Earth, hands down. And I wouldn't be able to do my dream of going all in on YouTube without you guys. You guys' donations, person for person, is higher than any other channel I've ever seen. You know what I mean? If I got 30 people in the room, less than 20, I mean, I've never seen any other channel that's had 20 people or less make $500 or $600. It's just unheard of. $500 donations from Nate the Grape, Holly Hundo with multiple $100 donations, as well as a lot of y'all that have donated 20, 50, 100, or 5 or 10 or 15. You guys are the best fans on planet Earth. I love you, and I appreciate you. Tucker, number one, hands down. But McPherson, you could argue, might be number two. He's definitely up there. It's like last year, Koo was one of the top kickers, but McPherson as a rookie, he looks like he's going to hang around, and he's going to be a top 2 kicker for a long time. Can they keep all their players? No, they're not going to be able to keep everyone. Just like every other team, there's going to be some pieces that they lose. But as long as they have the core, with Burrow and Chase and Joe Mixon, T-Rex, they should be fine. But they are going to have to address that O-line. And if they address that O-line in the defense, who knows how many more AFC Championship game appearances we're going to get with the Bengals. But it's one of those things that we thought, Mahomes and Tyreek, remember when they won the Super Bowl against the Niners? We're going to win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that was kind of premature. You probably shouldn't have said that. And you've only won one since then, but I do believe the Chiefs will win again. I think they'll be successful, but the AFC is crazy. Burrow, Bengals, Josh Allen, Bills, Mahomes, Chiefs, maybe Rodgers, Bengals, or Rodgers, Broncos. So, I mean, there's going to be a lot of competition. Lamar, there's just so many pieces with the Ravens. I mean, the AFC's got all the quarterbacks. And if Rodgers leaves, what does that leave the NFC? It's open. If Brady's not there, Rodgers might not be there. I mean, it's going to be wide open. And then the NFC West will keep dominating, in my opinion, because it's probably not going to be from the South. It's probably not going to be from the North. Vikings, Tampa Bay Saints, we're not good enough. East, Eagles, Cowboys, not good enough. You're probably going to get the Rams, the Seahawks, the 49ers, the Cardinals. That division will probably have the Super Bowl team for the next couple years. It'll probably be Rams, Niners. He dropped him. Oh, Adesanya dropped Whitaker, but he got up. Oh. Nate the Great in the building. What to do? Harrison butt kicker. Yeah, I like him. He's good too. I think Justin Tucker is better, but the butt kicker, your boy, he's up there. He's definitely very good. I would rank him probably, Justin Tucker 1. Butker is up there. The butt kicker is like 2 or 3. But then we also have to give love to this rookie. He has been phenomenal. 50-yarders, ice water in his veins. I think right now I would probably go with Evan McPherson even over Harrison butt kicker at this point. And we'll go into next year and we'll see what we got. But we got to give this guy love as a rookie. He's phenomenal. Like AJ Styles, baby. You're a little slow at work. Good, man. I'm glad you're able to hang out. And thanks for the $20 dono, man. It means a lot, man. Oh, Adesanya with a big left hook. And the thing about Israel, he likes to do a lot of kicks with his punches. So you never know when you're going to get like a high knee, or a kick to the head. And when those connect, lights out. So we'll see here. Whitaker's already gone down, but it didn't KO him. He got up right away, and there's 27 seconds left in the first round. So it looks like it'll go at least a couple. And Israel is wiry. If you look at him, he's not overly like buff. He's very fit. You know what I mean? He's got a lot more power in his arms and legs that it looks like. He seems kind of skinny, but don't let that fool you. He's got a lot of power behind those punches and kicks. Very skilled, Israel. Adesanya versus Whitaker 2, UFC 271, live stream reaction. Yep. Yeah, Chiefs are awesome, man. Like I said, out of all the teams that are in the NFL, I'm a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan since 1995. I'm not a Brady bandwagon. I don't have any Tom Brady jerseys. I just got my Devin White sewn jersey, which I'm super excited about. I already had a red one from the Super Bowl year, and I was waiting on the white sewn one, and they didn't even offer it on NFL Shop for like a year. And they finally put it up available, and I finally found my size, and I got it a couple days ago. Now I just need to go get the captain's patch and the Super Bowl patch from last year, and then get them sewn on at my seamstress for like $20, $30, and then I'll be good to go. And then my jersey will be complete, but I have to wait till obviously after the Super Bowl. But yeah, super excited. But with the Chiefs, that's my favorite team to watch in the NFL if the Bucs aren't on. Mahomes, Tyreek, Kelsey, Eric Bieniemy. Everything that they got on there. You know what I'm saying? The clone, Patrick the Clone Mahomes, Showtime, the Reaper, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the best tight end ever, maybe, Travis Kelce. Tyreek, the fastest man. Honey Badger, my favorite player on the defense. Chris Jones. Frank Clark. All right, I see you. McCole Hardman. I see you. Andy Reid. He loves cheeseburgers, chocolate cake, and Orion. And the NWSF. Eric Bieniemy could be a coach anywhere. All right, good that he didn't get the job because he should be the head coach of the Chiefs after Andy Reid. So everyone wanting to make it a big deal, I think he knows better. What are you going to do? Go to the Texans or Jags like Dougie P and, Lovie Smith and get fired after a year or two and then come back? You know what I mean? He'll be the next head coach. Harrison butt kicker, Chiefs. Love him. And that was my pick to go to the Super Bowl, the Chiefs. I thought the Chiefs were going to win the Super Bowl this year. I really did. I was hoping it was going to be Chiefs Bucks personally, and I was hoping it was going to be Bucks Packers NFC Championship game, so we could have got the collab with Grossi, but we're just going to have to wait. Taysom Hill. You love to troll Elliot. You love the hoodie? I told you the hoodie is comfortable. The NWSF hoodie. Elliot was one of the winners of that. We had some donations from Nate the Great and Birdman 951. I still have another hoodie that we want to be able to give away, maybe on Super Bowl or that probably would be a good time to do it. And they're comfortable. They look good. It's simple. I'm going to have Johnny do a whole rebranding for me. Brand new merch, probably Sack Lunch, Uncle Mo, Uncle Momentum. We'll do some of my catchphrases. Someone call 911. I mean, we'll do a bunch of them. And I'll probably have him make a brand new logo for me. And we're going to have everything brand new going into next season. And then hopefully I can get some of the other programs to work so I can get that scoreboard up that I paid for with Johnny. So it is good quality though, right? I mean, it's from Teespring. A lot of people are skeptical from them, but once you've actually ordered clothes from them, they do a great job. And I'm selling them for $35. Most hoodies are $50 or $60. So it's not like I'm, trying to make all this money off the hoodies. I'm making them incredibly cheap. Like I'm pretty much getting them for what they cost. So it's like every time I sell a hoodie, I think I make like $1. I'm not trying to make money off the hoodies. I'm just trying to get my product out there. Oh, Whitaker took down Israel. Israel's on he's trying to get up. Israel's getting up. There we go. Good job, Israel. Good counter. I bet, man. I mean, I did phone sales and for like 20 years. So I mean, I've heard the fuck yous, eat shit and die, just crazy shit. Like, you're a bastard. Like, and you can't swear back at these people. If I'm selling for Comcast or DirecTV or Verizon, and I used to do Verizon business where I would be calling business owners in New York and Boston, right? And when I would call these guys, they were so fucking rude. You know what I mean? But it's funny. Twist his dick. Like in that famous viral video, the good old dick twist. There's a guy right behind the announcers that is shouting it out at the event. Good old dick twist. Grab him by the dick. UFC 271, Adesanya Whitaker. I got it on the screen here. We're in the second round. Adesanya is the champ. Whitaker is a huge underdog in this, and we're talking NFL. It's the night before the Super Bowl, baby. And I appreciate you guys coming in and just hanging out with me. Like I said, I wasn't sure if I was going to stream today. My nap went a little long. When I woke up, I took a shower, slammed a Monster, just trying to make some money for some beers and some snacks. You know what I mean? Like we at least got $45, 20 on the cash, or no, 25 on the Cash App, 20 through obviously Nate the Great. But the Nate the Great donation won't come until next month. So the Cash App is immediate. So, and like I said, if anyone's got an extra $5, or a $10, so I can get that beer and the snacks, it'd be greatly appreciated. But, your boy's grinding. I'm hustling. I mean, I'm pretty much grinding every day. So my goal is to stream every day. This is my only income. So, I have to hustle. I have to grind. There's no days off, unless I'm sick or I have, a mental health breakdown. But I think my mental health has been pretty good. You know what I mean? Knowing now that I don't have to do a regular job and YouTube, I don't have to do 3 jobs anymore or 2 jobs. I can just focus all my time and energy on you guys and giving you guys great content. And it feels good. It's like re-energize me. I can sleep in, spend time with Paisley, take her for walks, and then I can just break down film. And in the meantime, read a lot, watch my King of the Hill in the afternoon, which I love. Very underrated, King of the Hill. That's big facts. Such a good fucking cartoon. All right. 10 minutes in the books. Yeah, and like I said, I got a few gifts that I want to be able to hand out with some of y'all too. Like I got to be able to take care of Holly Hundo, Sarah Small, Nate the Great, Shep. There's a few of y'all that I want to be able to. Once I get the I'm getting some funds from YouTube from last month, and once I get those funds, it was a huge month for me, the biggest month I've ever had on YouTube with the donos. And obviously they robbed me and they took a bunch, you know what I mean? But we had an amazing month. So I'll be able to have that, and obviously I'm grinding it out. And obviously, as long as I keep grinding, I think I'll be able to pay rent and my bills, even in the off season. I'm going to keep giving you guys great content. We'll still be doing NFL, college football, AEW, but I'll do WWE, I'll do NBA, maybe some NHL, maybe some Daytona 500, and some NASCAR. I mean, I'm going to be grinding it out. So pretty much look forward, as long as I'm not sick, or my family has some issues, emergencies, or my mental health, I'm probably going to be streaming literally every day for 2 to 3 hours. So I'm putting in the work and I'm putting in the grind. And like I said, you guys are the best fans on planet Earth. I love you and I appreciate you guys. All right, round 3, Adesanya Whitaker. Yeah, you know what it reminds me of, Colton? It reminds me of Joe Montana, Jerry Rice. And I'm not saying Joe Burrow is Joe Montana, and I'm not saying Jamar Chase is Jerry Rice, because that would be disrespectful to them, because those are 2 of the best ever, all right? But as far as like a 2020 and a beyond, like if you could compare that connection, that chemistry, that's what it is. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen chemistry like this, and they played in college together. If you go back and watch that Natty, that LSU team was the best college football team of all time. 4 tutties for Jamar, I believe, in that game. I mean, I love Justin Jefferson also. I think that he is a dog. I think that those 2 are the best young wide receivers. Yes, you got A.J. Brown, C.D. Lamb. You got some other guys that are very, very good, but they're not like Justin Jefferson, and they're not like Jamar Chase. Those are the 2 best, by far, young quarterback, running back combinations. You know, in the quarterback, running back, wide receivers, skill positions, those wide receivers are the best. All right, just like Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and Justin Herbert are the best young quarterbacks, in my opinion. Those 3 are destined for Super Bowls, but they need to be able to get the complementary talent. The Bills need a running back, all right? Justin Herbert needs to just have a better coach and not get injured, you know, with the team around him. It's just they're cursed with injuries every year, the Chargers, right? Josh Allen needs a running back like a Jonathan Taylor, a Josh Jacobs. Then they can get to a Super Bowl and get past teams like the Chiefs, okay? And then obviously we know on the flip side, Joe Burrow is already here. And even if they don't win, I don't think this will be the last time that we see the Bengals. It wouldn't surprise me in the next 6 years if we see the Bengals in the Super Bowl again. EMC 84, Rams 34, Bengals 17. It said Stafford Cup connection is money. Yes, it is. I had the Bengals for about 2 weeks, and I did my picks and prediction video yesterday. And I said, well, you got to look at, Israel with some fucking slaps right there. But who has got the better O-line? Rams, right? Who's got the better D-line? Rams. Who's got the better defense? Rams. Ramsey, Miller, right? Aaron Donald, right? Coaching. Who's got the better coaches? And it's very, very clear. You already know who it is. Rams. Kevin O'Connell, okay? Sean McVay. They've got 3 points in the Super Bowl a few years ago in 2018 against the Pats. And the Super Bowl MVP, a lot of people think it's going to be Joe Burrow if they win, right? Or Matthew Stafford. But they might throw a pick or 2 because the defenses are pretty good for the Rams and the Bengals. My Super Bowl MVP, Cooper Kupp. He could have 110 to 200 yards and a touchdown or 2. Cooper Kupp, arguably the best player on the field tomorrow. Aaron Donald's great. You know, Matthew Stafford is great. We already know what greatness is. Maybe the best defensive player ever, Aaron Donald. All right? Matthew Stafford, top 10, top 5 quarterback this season. Burrow, top 5 quarterback this season. Okay? Phenomenal. Ooh, Whitaker. Israel. Good counter by Israel. God, he's good. All right? But I think the guy that has the opportunity to show out the most is this guy right here, Cooper Kupp. Unguardable, great footwork, great hands. He has a knack for the end zone, and he was the best wide receiver this year, hands down. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Said Burrow going to be eating that sack lunch courtesy of Donald and Miller. I mean, I can see both quarterbacks getting sacked, 2 to 5 times. And I can see both quarterbacks throwing 1 or 2 picks each. I think it's possible. All right. Israel. Whitaker. Whitaker is holding his own. But every time Whitaker gets on Israel to get the advantage, to kind of do a ground and pound or get him from like a rear naked choke, he always counters. His legs, I mean, he looks skinny as shit, Israel. Whitaker looks like he's got a little bit more upper body strength. But Israel is so like just skilled and tuned in with his body. He's very agile, very athletic, and he's very strong. Even though he looks like a skinny, wiry guy, Israel has got a lot of fucking, just so much strength in those legs and those arms. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App, $ ORION NWSF on the YouTube Super Chat right here. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is every video on the YouTube page. Follow me. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, NW Sports Fanatics. We got UFC 271 on right now. Adesanya and Whitaker too. We're talking NFL, Super Bowl the night before, all right, with the Rams and the Bengals. And like I said, I haven't got a Super Bowl winner wrong in like 20 years. And for me to like Burrow and Jamar Chase and the underdog story, it makes sense. It's more likable of a team unless you're a Lions fan, a Stafford fan, or a Rams fan. Those are the only people going for the Rams. You know what I mean? If you're a Stafford guy, a Lions guy, or an Aaron Donald Rams fan, but if you're not, 99% of the country is going for the Bengals. I mean, Joe Burrow is awesome. He's just such a likable, swaggy, drippy guy. You know what I mean? Baker Mayfield wishes he had the swag like Joe Burrow. Heisman winner, Natty winner, possible Super Bowl winner, but even if the Bengals lose, he'll be back. With the Rams, they have a chance to be back too, but how many more years does Stafford have left? We don't really know. I mean, I would assume he'll play for, what, a few more? I mean, I would be shocked if he wins the Super Bowl and retires. I don't think that's going to happen. Rams by 10. I'm hoping it's a close game. You know what I mean? We're at, what, $45 in donos? $5 more to get to 50. Obviously, if we can do the Cash App, it's a little bit more preferred than the YouTube Super Chat. But any donations, Venmo, the Facebook app, Cash App. I mean, I got it all, but I need a little bit more for just that beer and the snacks, baby. All right, what are we in round 4 now? Round 4. Israel Adesanya, the champ. Robert Whitaker, the challenger. This is the second matchup. This is number 2, UFC 271. Israel with a kick that misses. Trying to get that sweeping kick. Those are the injuries that are wild. When you see the guys that kick the leg and then the guy's leg breaks, that's just wild to me. Whenever you see that, you hear the crack and then you just see the guy just fall over. I hate seeing that, but it shows you how powerful some of these guys' legs are. I mean, they're hitting pieces of wood, steel, the punching bags. I mean, their legs, I imagine they don't even feel pain. I mean, they're just so hyped up. I mean, I know they feel pain when they get hit in the face and their legs, but some of these guys train their legs and their arms, to absorb that pain. Wild, man. Well, I know the Browns picked him thinking that he was going to be the savior like Joe Burrow. And Baker has swag in college, but he doesn't have the it factor. I don't want him in Tampa Bay. $45. Let's get to 50. That's the first start. Unless we get a heavy hitter in the room to come in to help your boy out. We're raising money for beer and some snacks for your boy. Gummies, beer, and chips. I got ribs. And obviously I had the pizza today. My girlfriend was hungry, so we had some of that deep dish from Chicago, which was amazing. And like I said, I just need a little bit of fun to be able to get some snacks because I'm going to be streaming for like 6 hours. Robert Whitaker on the back of Israel. He's like bear hugging him. He's on his back. He's actually riding him like a piggyback ride. He's trying to choke him out. He's on his back, literally like a piggyback ride. Israel's trying to counter. There you go. God damn, Israel's good. How the hell did he have him on his back as he was like a koala bear? That was crazy. Yeah, Baker's not going to turn it around. Yeah, Baker's not turning it around, my dude. Israel has already countered 3 spots where the fight would have ended. Shep, my boy, I'm doing good, man. I started the stream a little late. I stayed up late last night with the girlfriend. We ended up playing dominoes. I watched a lot of Ozark. Great show. If you guys haven't watched it, Ozark is fire. I'm watching UFC 271 right now. Adesanya Whitaker 2. Watching that. And then we're just talking Super Bowl. It's the night before. Rams, Bengals. We're just hanging out, enjoying each other's company. And, I'm just trying to grind out, a little bit of donos. So maybe I can get some beer. I have no beer. I have no gummies. And I need to get some chips. So I'm just trying to grind it out and hang out with y'all. And I'll be streaming for about 6 hours tomorrow. The Super Bowl starts around, 3:30-ish? So I'll probably I'll probably be starting the stream maybe an hour before, and I'll probably stream a half hour to an hour later. So 3:30 is kickoff. I'll probably start the stream at like 2:30. So we'll be hanging out from 2:30 until probably like 8 o'clock at night or something. It's going to be a long fucking stream, but I'm doing good, man. And hopefully the donos are litty. I think there's going to be some magic that happens. We're going to get good conversations. We're going to have great people in the room, the Fanatic family, and shit. We might hit $500, maybe $1,000 in the donos. It should be a wild night. I can't wait for you guys to be able to hang out with me. Shep in the building. What to do? Yo, boy, Alex said if Burrow was healthy last year, you think he would have made it far too? No, he wouldn't have made it as far because they didn't have guys like T-Rex on the team. So if you look at all the pieces that are on there, with Jamar Chase, and you got to be able to have the right pieces at the right time. So yeah, I don't think they would have made it as far. No, there's no question. They wouldn't have gotten to the Super Bowl, and they wouldn't have got to the AFC Championship the year that Burrow got hurt. I don't even know if they would have made the playoffs. I mean, like I said, that division was tough. Ravens, Browns, Steelers, Bengals. I mean, you got to think the Bengals were last place every single year. 2 years ago, they won 2 games. Last year, they won 4 games, and then he toward the ACL, MCL, PCL, all the L's, right? And then now they overachieved and got to the Super Bowl. So, but without T-Rex, there's no Super Bowl. Why are the Browns cursed? It's because they haven't changed their goddamn helmet. They're the Browns, and they literally have a color for their name. At least put a dog on the side of the helmet. You know what I mean? At least make it interesting. A stripe and a dog on the helmet. You know what I mean? Or put like the number on one side, like Alabama, and a dog on the other, and a stripe down the middle. Then I'll be like, okay. You know what I mean? But the Browns are cursed. I feel the Chargers are cursed, and the Lions are cursed. I want those teams to be good. I want the Jets to be good. I want the Jags to be good, but especially I want the Lions and Chargers. You know what I mean? They got Herbert, but they always get injuries. And the coaches are usually not the greatest either. Damn, he said, I wish I started at 3:30 here. Yeah, it'll be a long night. By the time the stream is over, it'll be like 11 o'clock, 10, 11 o'clock at night if you're on the East Coast. They signed Myles Garrett for more helmet clubbings. That was crazy, right? Just fucking said, Mason Rudolph. Bang! Almost took his life. Said Tyrann Mathieu really turned it around when he was in college, being a nominee. Dude, Mathieu has always been lit. If you go back and watch his LSU highlights in college, he was like Charles Peanut Tillman, always punching the football out, getting picks. His highlight reel is one of the best ever out of any player. Like, it's like Johnny Football, Johnny Manziel. I know that he didn't pan out in the NFL. I don't give a fuck. He is one of my favorites of all time in college. Him and Mike Evans. Unbelievable. And then to go into Alabama and beat Alabama, I don't give a shit what you think about Johnny Football. He's an idiot. He's a clown. You know what I mean? He had drinking and drug problems. But, hey, I love Johnny at A&M. He was amazing. Money Manziel. Too bad what could have been for him. But, when you're hanging out with Drake in college and you're partying and you got all the girls and the money, and it's just not a good look. He just got too big too fast. All right, we're in round 5? It's going the distance. Whitaker's holding his own. Yo, boy, Alex, what do you do, man? I haven't seen you in a while. How are you? Would you rather have Rodgers, Wilson, or Watson for Tampa Bay? Great question. There's one guy that really stands out for me. If I could have one guy on my team, Watson's talent, he was a top 4 quarterback. It used to be Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, or any of those guys. Watson was number 4 overall, but then he's had this legal problems, right? So we don't know if he's playing and if he's going to go to jail. 20 plus girls accusing him of, doing a little Robert Kraft handy job and doing some other inappropriate shit, right? So, Watson was 4, but now you have Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and Herbert that have taken his spot, right? But I gotta wait for the legal stuff to get through. Rodgers is great during the regular season, but he chokes in the postseason. So I don't want Aaron Rodgers. The one guy that I do want, that I think that could really make it special for Tampa Bay, and it's not Kyler, all right? It's this guy right here. Dangerous, Mr. Unlimited. Mr. Unlimited. Dangerous in Tampa Bay. Look at that. Look how smooth it looks. He could bring me a Super Bowl in Tampa Bay. Facts. Go for Brady, Mike Evans, Dangerous. Make it happen, baby. Make it happen. That's who I want. That's my number one option. You know what I mean? I'll take a Gardner Minshew, if I have to go down that route. But definitely Russell Wilson. You got it. You know me. Rodgers to Evans, though. Yeah, it would just be the same thing as Rodgers to Devontae Adams. It'd be the same type of thing. Evans' numbers would be through the roof. But in the playoffs, I can't count on him. I mean, if Rodgers comes to Tampa, I'd be thrilled. Timeout. Whitaker needs the ref is looking at him. All right, he's good. Good sportsmanship by these guys, too. Knuckling it up. Big Jim Cruz, Wilson to Philadelphia. That's the rumor. And then Paul is like, no. So stop being quarterback greedy, Orion. Dude, you already got Jalen Hurts, dude. You got Jalen Hurts, Big Jim Cruz. You don't believe it? You don't believe in Jalen Hurts? I'll take Jalen Hurts from you if you guys get Wilson. Oh, Whitaker taking down Israel, and Israel countering again. This is a fifth counter where the fight could have been over, but Israel's defensive skills are elite. I mean, we're talking about guys that have great defense. Warren Sapp, Derek Brooks, John Lynch, Rondé Barber, Devin White, Levante David, and Israel Adesanya. Wow. Wilson to the NO. You guys are $70 million over the cap, though. You can't afford him. Air Whitey in the building. What to do? He said you did have the GOAT. You guys already won the Super Bowl also in 2017, bro. You know what I mean? With Slick Nick Foles. And that should say everything to you, that you don't need to have, an elite top guy. I like Jalen Hurts a lot, honestly. I think that once you get him another wide receiver to pair up with Devontae Smith, Heisman, as well as Dallas Goedert, keep beefing up the defense, draft 3 players on defense in this upcoming draft, you guys can win the NFC East. You can beat the Washington Commies, the Commanders. You can beat the Giants, and you can be right there with the Cowboys. Air Whitey, what to do? What to do, baby? What to do, baby? Yeah, I think that if we had AB, we would have won that game, or we would have been much, much closer. We wouldn't have gotten down by so much. Because when you're going to Tyler Johnson and you're going to a lot of the backups, they're just not as good. Darden, Tyler Johnson. We needed AB to step up for Godwin. And if you don't have Godwin or AB, and then Tristan Wirfs was hurt and Jensen was hurt, that hurt us more. Because if we would have been able to have better O-line play, those other guys maybe would have made the plays. But, yeah, losing – 2 guys with Mike Evans, Godwin and AB, that's murderer's row. You're fucked. And then losing my 2 best linemen, Wirfs and obviously Jensen at center. I mean, it's really tough to compete with a team like the Rams, which we almost came back and won. We were down 27-3, and we got it to 27-27. So it shows you how much heart that Tampa Bay had. Hi. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good fight. But obviously Whitaker went down. But I was really impressed with the defensive skills with Israel. He could have lost this fight so many times, and he found a way to counter. That was one of the best defensive performances to avoid the knockout. But I think Israel will keep the belt. Israel should keep the belt with the knockdown on Whitaker in the first round. But I was impressed. Whitaker played. He had a good fight. You package Hurts in a first rounder for. Oh yeah, who wouldn't? You would give up all your first round picks and Hurts for Wilson. I mean, if it had to come down to that, even though your defense wouldn't be as good, you know what I mean? And getting a Russell Wilson, you could lead the NFC East right away. You know what I mean? So Matt Payton, what to do? I know it's late in some areas. I'm here. I've been grinding now for 2 hours and 22 minutes. I'm trying to raise some money for Super Bowl. I'm trying to get some cash app for beer money and some chips. I got ribs from Chicago, flown in from my boy Jake, who ordered it from Arizona for me. So I got some amazing Lou Malnati's ribs, had some deep dish pizza. Amazing. And your boy's hustling and grinding. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App, $ ORIONNWSF on the YouTube super chat right here. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch. Link is for every video on the YouTube page. Follow me. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, NW Sports Fanatics. And we're at $45. 20 on the YouTube Super Chat, 25 on the Cash App. If we could just get a little bit more, that'll cover me for my beers and chips. It'd be greatly appreciated. He said, no, just one. Yeah, I know you need a lot of pieces. Obviously, if we're doing the mock draft, for the Eagles. Obviously, I've been doing a lot of research. I always do research and reading. Nakobe Dean, linebacker from Georgia. You should be looking at him. Andrew Booth Jr., corner from Clemson. That would be a good fit for you guys because you guys need defense, as well as Jermaine Johnson, the second, Florida State edge, 6'5", 260. Get someone to help Fletcher Cox and someone to help big play Slay, Darius Slay. You feel me? Your boys got the knowledge. All right, let's go. All right, the judges, let's see what happens here. I would assume that Adesanya will win. 48, 47, 48, 47, 49, 46. Adesanya. It was close, though. If Whitaker didn't get knocked down in that first round, but you know what? He was super aggressive. He couldn't come up with that KO knockout blow. You know what I mean? But Whitaker, he fought his heart out. And like I said, if he could have just capitalized, and if Israel was shittier at defense, Whitaker would have won the fight, because he would have been able to ground and pound, bang, 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 bang. But Israel is that dude. Great offense, but even better defense. 5 times in the fight, he got out of crazy positions. Which free agent wide receiver? Devontae Adams, Allen Robinson. Godwin's number 1. I want him to come back. But if we don't get Godwin, Chris Olave, Ohio State. He might slide in the draft. And if we pick him at 27, dude, Chris Olave with Mike Evans, yes, please. I mean, he will be a beast. Just like Garrett Wilson, will be a beast, for maybe the Falcons. Chris Olave, Ohio State, Tampa Bay. That's who I would want instead of getting a free agent, because Allen Robinson will probably go to like the Colts and Godwin might leave. You know what I mean? Devontae might go to the Raiders, right, with Carr, his college teammate at Fresno State. But Olave is someone I have on my radar. Orion in the Pac-12 championship game. Remember? Yes. I remember. It just sucks that Travis Dye fucking transferred to USC, dude. It's like they're building like a Rams team, like a powerhouse team, like USC, bringing all the players over from Oklahoma. The coach came over, the quarterback. They stole Travis Dye from us. He's going to be amazing for them, and it'll be crazy to watch him run against us. And our defense is going to be an issue. No Kayvon Thibodeau. McKinley's great at safety. So, Justin Flo was always injured, and he was like a 5-star guy. So I'm really interested to see what Dan Lanning brings from Georgia, but hopefully our defense will be better. I would love for us to have a top 10 defense in the country. That's the goal, as long as Lanning is there. And then we have a good quarterback, not someone that's a LeBron lookalike like Anthony Brown. We need somebody better. But we got Bo Nix, from Auburn, and then we also got Ty Thompson. So I'm excited to see what Bo Nix is going to do, because I assume he'll be the starter. So as long as it's us, USC, and Utah, that's all that matters. Big Jim Cruz, my dude. How do I feel about Devin Hester? Do you really want me to go over that? Dude, there was more players that didn't make it that should have made it than the guys that actually got in. I think this was the worst Hall of Fame class ever. Like, if you look at all the pieces that didn't get in, I'm going to read them off here for you, okay? Hold on 1 second. I have my tweet that I actually saved right here. The top 10 finalists that didn't make these guys didn't make the Hall of Fame. Devin Hester should have made it in. Best special teams player, arguably of all time. He's awesome. He's up there. Matthew Slater for the Patriots is amazing too. Andre Johnson should have got in. Reggie Wayne should have got in. Torrey Holt should have got in. DeMarcus Ware, are you kidding me? Patrick Willis, are you kidding me? Jared Allen? I mean, Jared Allen, are you fucking kidding? Zach Thomas, underrated. Rondé, my guy. Come on, dude. Rondé Barber, he should have got in. And Willie Anderson, that's a name that, deserves to be in, but it's not as popular as the other names. I have never been so more upset that Rondé didn't get in. That really pissed me off, man. You know what I mean? Rondé deserved to be in, but, I mean, those names. And then compared to the guys that actually got in, those guys are so deserving. But, it is what it is, man. Next season, only stream Commander games. 5 years, but he hasn't really officially retired. If he does come back, I wouldn't be surprised. It just depends if he wants a divorce or not with Giselle. You know what I mean? Do you want a divorce? Or if he can convince her 1 more year, this is my last year, and then he decides to come back. But we're going to be losing so many pieces. We have like 27 guys that can either come or go. So Tampa's roster might not look the same. And I hope we bring Godwin back. That's the number one priority. If Fournette leaves and some of the other guys leave, that's fine. But as long as I got Devin White still there, I want Levante David there. You know, obviously I got Antoine Winfield Jr., Tristan Wirfs on the rookie contract. I got Mike Evans there. So I got a good chunk of the core. You know what I mean? But 22-0 as a middleweight. Israel Adesanya wins. All right, I'm going to close that stream out. Wow, that was good. That was good. Adventures with AGs, like, turn on the fight, bro. And I'm like, all right. All right, so that link is money. That link is money. All right, let me turn up NFL Network here. Hold on. All right. All right, now I got NFL Network on, like it should be. But that was entertaining. That was fun. You know what I mean? I'm always down for UFC or boxing and whatnot. Godwin to the Saints, you can't afford him. You can't afford him. I mean, there's going to be places. I mean, the Saints need wide receivers. The Colts need wide receivers. I mean, I'm telling you, Godwin. You know, Godwin is. You know, he went to Penn State. I mean, could you imagine Godwin on Philly? You know what I mean? But I don't think they're going to they're not going to have an option there. They're trying to get Russell Wilson, Danger Russ, to go there. But I'm telling you, if you end up getting a Godwin anywhere, I think Godwin is a top 10 wide receiver, just like Mike Evans. If Godwin goes anywhere that has a quarterback, I mean, he can put up over 1,000 to 1,600 yards, 10 tutties to 15 tutties. I mean, he is amazing. You know what I mean? Godwin's hands. I mean, you could argue Godwin, is just on that same level with Mike Evans. Mike Evans, though, has been doing the 1,000-yard seasons the most all time. He's like, 6, 7, 8, 9 in a row. How many will he do in a row? He already broke the record, but he might have like 10 seasons in a row from his rookie year when he had shitty quarterbacks with like Jameis Winston, and then he had Brady. But you're seeing that Mike Evans, I think, is the most hated, slept on wide receiver that is a top 10, just like Allen Robinson, was for quite some time, but Fields and him didn't have the rapport. But then Mike Evans won the Super Bowl, so I think people are respecting him now. But for the longest time, I know Lattimore would own him, but besides that matchup, Evans owns almost everyone. I mean, you know what I mean? When it's one-on-one with Mike Evans, you're not winning that battle 9 times out of 10, unless you're Lattimore, which he has some pretty good success. They like to talk shit, punch each other in the face. But besides that, it sounds like Godwin wants to stay, though. I think that he will stay too. But the thing is he's going to take a pay cut. He can get paid like $50 million more somewhere else on a bad team or a mid-level team. But I'm hoping that he decides to stay. He probably wants to see who the quarterback's going to be. What Tampa does. If we're going to end up getting a drafting a quarterback, which I hope we don't do. If we get a Gardner Minshew, if Brady comes back, or if we get a Russell Wilson. Because if Russell Wilson is there and Godwin comes back, watch out. I mean, I know that we would definitely be one of the best teams in the NFL and in the NFC. So Mixon, top 3 back in the league. Incorrect. Top 10. Nowhere near the top 3. Nowhere near. All right. You got guys like Derrick Henry. All right. You got AK-41. All right. There's a lot of other guys that are at the top. Jonathan Taylor. And then let alone Run CMC when healthy. Dalvin Cook when healthy. He's nowhere near the top 3, but he is top 10. He is the most underrated running back besides Chris Carson on the Seahawks. Those guys get no love. But now Mixon's in the Super Bowl. We'll see what he does. Yeah. Say, you have hot takes. I'll give you the real perspective. I'm not biased. I call it right down the middle. Top 10. For next year, what's a team that would most likely go 16-0? Nobody. The NFL and the parity. I mean, look at this season. In November, December, and in the playoffs, I have never seen so many more upsets ever. There is no team that's going to go, actually, they can't go 16-0 because they don't even play 16 games anymore. They play 17. Remember? Your boy Alex slipping. 17 games. 17. Rams went 12-5. Bengals went 10-7. Your boy Alex is slipping. Yeah, not going to happen, man. Not going to happen. 3 to 4 years, 40 to 60 million. Yeah, we're to see. Goose, what it doing? Yeah, I'm grinding, man. Yeah, so I had the Bengals, Goose, for 2 weeks, and I haven't been wrong in my Super Bowl picks for 20 years. I've literally gotten like every Super Bowl winner right, even the Eagles in 2017 against the Pats, and I said they were going to win big by 9 or 10. A lot of people laughed at me besides the Eagles fans, and what happened? They won by 9 or 10, and it made me look like a fucking genius. I have ESP, not ESPN. I can see the future, all right, but I had to break it down to myself. I mean, even though this guy's popular, right? Just because he's popular and he can dress and he's got the drip and he might be the next Joe Montana, Tom Brady, right? I can't pick it just based on likable, swag and just, they put them on the map. Jamar Chase and Burrow, they made the Bengals cool, right? But the bottom line is when you're betting money, 500, 1,000, 100, right? And you want to be able to be that smart guy. Can the Bengals win the Super Bowl? Absolutely. All right. Absolutely. They can win. They're there, right? But Matthew Stafford, all right? Him and Burrow are almost a push. They're very talented. 41 touchdowns, 17 picks. Had the most picks tied in for number 1 in the NFL, but he's been hot, right, as of late. Who's got the better O-line? Rams. Who's got the better D-line? Rams. Who's got the better defense? Rams. Ramsey, Miller, Donald. And I like T-Rex, and I obviously like Von Bell a lot. This is my favorite guy on the defense, all right? Jesse Bates III. He's the best ball hawk in coverage as a safety, run or zone. He's amazing. He'll probably get a pick in this game. It wouldn't surprise me, okay? But like I said, O-line, Rams. D-line, Rams. Defense in general, Rams. As you can see, right? And then the number one thing that caps it all off, coaching. All right, the battle in the trenches, that's when the game is won. But like you got guys like Kevin O'Connell, who's going to be the head coach of the Vikings. They will run the North. All right, they will run the North with Kirk Cousins. If Rodgers leaves, the Vikings are going to win the NFC North for many, many years. All right, the Bears will get better with Justin Fields. All right, and Eberflus, they're going to get better. The Lions, cracking kneecaps, eating kneecaps, and, doing all that bullshit. I mean, Dan Campbell, they're going to be at the bottom. Jared Goff and the Goffins, they don't need to worry about that. And the Packers should be like 500 with Jordan Love, right? They're not going to be contending anymore. The Vikings will own that division with this guy, especially because they could have had Jim Harbaugh. All right, you could have had Jim Harbaugh, but then you decided to go a different direction. And I think the direction was correct. So I think this guy is going to be like a Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan. And if Rodgers leaves and Devontae Adams leaves, or if just Rodgers leaves, the Vikings will run the North and they'll be going to the playoffs a lot. And then bottom line, who are the best coaches that are young in the NFL? Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay. I've said this for the last 3 to 4 years. I kept telling you guys this. He got to a Super Bowl with Jared Goff. Kyle Shanahan got to a Super Bowl with Jimmy G. Really? That shows you how great these guys are. X's and O's. All right? Finding the weaknesses, exploiting the weaknesses on other teams, misdirection, running guys in motion. There's nobody better than Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay. You guys already went through a lot of tough losses, especially the Super Bowl in 2018 where you only scored 3. It's time for the Ramily to stand up. I don't lose money and I don't lose bets. And I'm going to try to go for 21 years in a row. Ramily, I got them. I had to change my pick because I have values that I go by. O-line, battle in the trenches. D-line, that's where the game is won. O-line, D-line, defense, okay, and coaching. And obviously, as we can see, all of the things favor the Rams, okay? But with that being said, we can still get the Bengals to win the Super Bowl. It's a possibility, but my pick is the Rams. It could be 34-30, 34-31, 30-28, somewhere in that general range, right? But you're going to have a monster game from Joe Burrow. He's going to have to outplay Stafford. You're going to have to hope that Stafford throws 2 or 3 picks. You're going to have to hope Joe Mixon goes for a lot of screen passes. The Rams are the worst in the NFL in the screen. And I brought that stat up early yesterday in the video, which I got from NFL Network, and it was brilliant, right? So if you look at this, and I've gone over this in the last video and before, all right, it's just wild to me, like how crazy it is, okay? The Rams are the worst in the league in completions allowed in the screen, 66. Worst in the league in yards allowed against the screen, 526. Yards per attempt, 7.4 in the regular season, which 25th. And in the playoffs, the Bengals are 12 for 12, 163 yards with the screen and a touchdown, and they're averaging 13.6 yards, doubled than what they did in the regular season. So what that means, if the Bengals are going to win, Joe Burrow, pump fake, Joe Mixon, and then going over the top to Mixon or Chase for a long bomb for a touchdown. If you get guys like Ramsey to come up and to kind of jump the route, they could do that knowing that the screen game is coming, but you're going to have to play a clean game. You have to have over 100 yards with Mixon and 2 touchdowns, 1 or 2. I don't know if you're going to get that. Chase is going to have to put up numbers just like Cooper Kupp. 100 to 150 yards, 2 touchdowns to probably win, or at least 1 touchdown, and then avoid the Boyd. Tyler Boyd needs to get in the end zone, or T. Higgins. This guy right here and Von Bell need to get at least 1 pick, and T-Rex needs to get at least a few sack lunches. They probably need to get 5 sacks on Stafford to win. If it's close, Evan McPherson can kick the game-winning field goal. If it's 30-28, Rams are up, and they need a 55-yard field goal to win, you know he's going to make it. And they can win 31-30, all right? Kitty goes meow, as Grossi would say. But my winner and my Super Bowl MVP, I got the Rams winning, and my Super Bowl MVP, most people would say it would be Stafford or Burrow, but I think both quarterbacks will make mistakes, and I think there might be some picks, 1 or 2. You know, they might throw a pick each. So I'm going my Super Bowl MVP, Cooper Kupp, the best player on the field. I know Aaron Donald is amazing. I know Stafford is amazing. I know Burrow is amazing. I know Chase is amazing. But who's played the best football this year? You could say Cooper Kupp. I mean, he should have been right there, Offensive Player of the Year. Jonathan Taylor was great as well. But he seems to me like Jerry Rice. It gives me that vibe, that Steve Largent, Jerry Rice vibe, where it's like this guy is unguardable, great route runner, great hands. He has a knack for the end zone. He'll probably score 1 to 3 times in the Super Bowl. I would probably bet on over 100 yards and getting in the end zone once or twice. And this guy right here, OBJ, he's going to be a factor. He's going to be just as impactful as T. Higgins or Tyler Boyd, I think more. And I think OBJ might get a score in the end zone, depending on if Kupp gets 1 or 2. I think OBJ could get in, and if he doesn't, he can throw for a touchdown. If you remember, Stafford likes to run that play where they go lateral to Odell to the left-hand side. Odell catches it and then throws deep to someone like Van Jefferson for 50, 60 yards, and it could be a trick play for a touchdown in the Super Bowl. And OBJ can get in the end zone himself. I loved OBJ in the Giants. I hated him when he gave up on the Browns, but in the Rams, he looks good, doesn't he? He's got the swag and the drip, but it's not all about social media and the clothes anymore. I think he finally understands how hard it is to be able to win a Super Bowl or to get that legacy. And if Odell gets a ring and keeps playing well, he might be able to make himself in the Hall of Fame when it's all said and done. I mean, we know that he was a SportsCenter top 10, highlight reel on the Giants, but a lot of us gave up on him, like me, right? And now he's starting to prove that, hey, I am a top 20 wide receiver again. I'll never be top 10 probably ever again, but you could probably crack close if you keep improving. I can't wait to see what happens in the Super Bowl, baby. Yeah, so we'll see if I'm right. You know what I mean? But I got the Rams, baby. And a lot of people were shocked because the Bengals are the underdog and they're the feel-good story. I get it, right? But just because my heart wants the Bengals to win because I like their players more, Stafford, Cooper Kupp, Aaron Donald, I mean, those guys deserve it. And I can't just be salty because the Rams beat me in the playoffs, you know what I mean? Or their fan base likes to talk shit to me. I got to pick the team that I feel that has a better O-line, D-line, defense, and coaching, and they check the boxes off on all 4 of those. So if the Bengals O-line was better and they had a better D-line, you could argue Bengals a little more and the Bengals could win, but, it is what it is. Yeah, he's sad, bro. He wants to join the stream, dude. And I told him, AK-41, the Sean Payton's gone. Oh, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. You know what I mean? There's that biased bullshit. You know what I mean? Dude, you lost Sean Payton. All right, AK-41 got in trouble. He just, I don't know, man. It's just the negativity. And if you've noticed, the streams have been a lot more friendlier, with no Nola or Wills in there. But, maybe I'll unban them at some point. But I don't want to lose subs and donos because the chat gets toxic, man. There we go, baby. Goose. Ramily, baby. Ramily. Bengals defense, I think, is going to play pretty good, though. I think they're going to play better than people anticipate. I think the Rams are going to go up in the first half. The Bengals are going to have to roar back. Meow. They're going to have to roar back, right? But it might be too little too late. Would you be upset if you had Jameis back in Tampa Bay? Honestly, I didn't like him in Tampa Bay because he couldn't see and he would throw to the other team rather than my wide receivers. But if Jameis is healthy and he came back, I would accept him. I won't buy his jersey, you know what I mean? But he'll be better than Kyle Trask, you know what I mean? I'll take Jameis. I'll take Gardner Minshew. I'll take Russell Wilson. I'll take Aaron Rodgers. I'll take Tom Brady coming back. But Jameis proved to me that he really stepped up his game. And obviously not being able to see was a big part of it. If you can't see and you need LASIK, that's a big part of football. Imagine at Florida State if he could have seen. You know what I mean? You weren't going to beat Oregon in that fucking Rose Bowl with Mariota. We beat the brakes off of him, but he ended up, being a champion. And we saw what he ended up doing in college, Heisman. You know what I mean? We saw what he did, at Florida State. And I think that he proved to people, but before getting hurt, that he was the man. They were going to go to the playoffs this year. They were going to go as a wild card team, and if they would have played the Bucs, they probably would have upset the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, my team. Jameis is proven to a lot of people, but the one thing about Jameis that I don't like is he's immature. It's not about just eating W's, but he would always get in trouble in college and in the pros. You know what I mean? Like, he had one instance where he stood up on a table and he said, "Fuck her in the pussy." Just being a dumbass, trying to get clout and attention, got in trouble. Then he ended up groping like a Lyft or Uber Eats driver, getting a burrito, and groping her. It's like, dude, what are you doing, dude? It's like, and then the eating W's. When he did that speech, all the Buck players were like, "Oh God, this guy's on drugs, dude." Like, what? And to me, he tries to be a leader, and you can't try to be a leader. You're either born a leader, or you're not. That's really what it comes down to. And I think him and Cam Newton sometimes try too hard to be the man, and they push too hard. And obviously it ends up not working out for those guys a lot. But I don't think Jameis is a natural born leader. I think he tries too hard. But I was impressed with what he did with the Saints. I wouldn't necessarily he wouldn't be my first choice. But if that ended up happening, it's better than Kyle Trask. So it is what it is. Yeah, but I don't want Jameis back at all. No, I don't. I need to move forward, and I don't think it's going to happen. Orion got an Undertaker WrestleMania streak going. Yes, I do. Yeah, Jesse Bates, Von Bell. I love those guys, the Saints players. You know what I mean? I'm a Buccaneer fan, but I'm not a hater. Like, there's a lot of players on the Saints, and that's why the fan base likes me. They're like, damn, this guy keeps it real. Like, he might be a Buck fan through and through, but he knows that Cameron Jordan is Hall of Fame. He knows Lattimore is a dog. He knows Demario Davis is a.k.a. the glue. He knows AK-41 is amazing. He knows Ryan Ramczyk is amazing on that offensive line. Like, dude, Sean Payton's a G. Dennis Allen is awesome. Like, I'm not stupid. Just because your guy's my rival, you know what I mean? Doesn't mean I can't give you guys credit. And hopefully you guys have been opening up to be able to give like the Falcons, the Panthers, and the Bucks a little bit more love. You can be Saints all day, but when you see great players like Mike Evans or, a guy like Run CMC or a guy like AJ Terrell, on the defensive side for the Falcons, what could be if those guys were on your team? And that's why you never want to be a hater, because you never know when maybe some of those guys might end up being on your team in the future. So that's why I never talk shit. You never know. Yeah, that definitely went all 5. He is one of the best at defense. Adventures with AG. There was 5 times where the fight could have gotten bad for Israel, but his defensive skills got him out of really precarious, areas and being able to really defend himself and counter. I was very impressed with his defensive skills. He knocked down Whitaker in the first round, but he got up right away. And I think that's really what sealed it for him, because it was very close. Whitaker fought very hard. This is a late stream, huh? Jesus Christ, dude. I've been streaming for almost 3 hours, and it's 10:17 p.m. here. So it's got to be like 1 a.m. on the East Coast. Hey, but your boy's always grinding. Josh Gillum, 34-24. Yeah, I got Rams winning. I mean, I think it'll be closer than people think. I hope it ends up being a point to 4 points, somewhere in there where we get that real excitement. No more than 10, though. I think the maximum amount of dubness will be like 7 to 10 points, somewhere in there, but I hope it's close. Would you take Rams receivers or Bengals? I'm going Rams because I think I give them the edge. I think the Bengals have the better quality of the 3. Jamar Chase is top 5. Avoid the Boyd. Tyler Boyd is top 30. T. Higgins is top 30 as well. That's nice. No weaknesses there, right? But the thing is, Cooper Kupp is the best wide receiver in the NFL. Odell is better right now in the playoffs than Higgins and Tyler Boyd. I trust Odell more. And then Van Jefferson is not as good as T. Higgins or Tyler Boyd, but he's one of the more underrated wide receivers. If you sleep on him, he will burn you, and he'll start to make a name for himself. So I definitely will go Rams, but I think that it's very close. But the main, difference is that even though that, you got this guy here and you got Chase, and they both can give you 150, 200 yards, 2-3 scores. They're both top 5 wide receivers to me, okay? But this guy right here, he's number 1. That's the difference. And I think if you had to talk about a guy that has more likely chance to get 2 tutties in the Super Bowl, I think it's Cooper Kupp. I think Jamar could get it too. You know what I mean? I think maybe 1 touchdown for him and maybe 1 for Boyd or Higgins. But there's a good chance that Kupp gets 2. Maybe Odell doesn't get in the end zone, but he'll get like 7, 8, 9 receptions for at least 80 yards or more. He will be a big impact guy. So, yeah, I'm definitely going Cooper Kupp. He's the best wide receiver in the game right now, even over Devontae Adams and Tyreek the Freak Hill. And we brought it up before. When's the last time that you've seen Offensive Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year being white? Caucasian, really. TJ Watt, Caucasian. Cooper Kupp, Caucasian. At positions where they are dominated by brothers, right? Wide receivers and obviously defensive guys. Pretty impressive, man. It's a wild, wild year, man. Your boy Alex's Bengals. Everyone wants to go Bengals because I think it's just the hate towards Stafford, the Rams, and they just don't give a shit about them. And the Bengals are more likable. They've been bad for 25 years, so they're there. But you can't invest everything just because Joe Burrow is a cool motherfucker. You know, hitting the gritty, get the gap. I mean, he is a Joe Montana, Tom Brady-ish figure. And we'll see what happens. The Bengals could win, but everything on paper and everything in the metrics and the analytics side, as long as Stafford doesn't throw 3 interceptions, fumble the ball two times away, as long as he plays a pretty clean game, I don't see the way that the Rams lose this game. So, but you never know. Do you think Trey Lance is next generation? Yes. I am all in on Trey Lance. I think that he can be mobile. He'll be kind of like a Dak, Jalen Hurts, prototype kind of player with a little Lamar sprinkled in because he'll be able to go on the outside. He'll run bootleg, play action. He's raw, so he's going to have to get the chemistry. But look who he has at coach, Kyle Shanahan. Look who he has at tight end, George Kittle. Look who he has at wide receivers and running back, Debo. All right, Elijah Mitchell. All right, you got Make Him Puke, Brandon Ayuk. You got weapons. I mean, you got an awesome O-line, defense, Fred Warner. You got Nick Bosa. I mean, you got weapons. Weapons on weapons on weapons. So, I mean, I would assume the Rams and Niners will be very, very good next season. Especially if Rodgers is in the Broncos. Brady's retired. The NFC South won't be good. The NFC East won't be good. The NFC North won't be that good because you'll have Cowboys or Eagles, Bucks and Saints, the Vikings leading it. They're not going to be good enough. It'll be someone in the NFC West again, Rams. You know, if Kyler's not on the Cardinals, then you can't even count them. Seattle won't have Russell more than likely. So it'll probably be like the Niners and Rams as like the top dogs in the NFC next year. I mean, depending on, what happens with the draft and free agency, that could change everything. Like if we end up getting Deshaun Watson or Kyler or Russell Wilson, then, Tampa will be the favored team with like the Rams, but we got to wait and see. Where's Jimmy G going? Maybe Tampa Bay. I mean, I didn't like the fact of getting Jimmy G, but if we end up getting him, that's better than Trask. So, I mean, I'm not going to win a Super Bowl with Jimmy G, but I can get to the playoffs with him. So it's not my first choice. I would rather have Gardner Minshew than Jimmy, but I mean, if Jimmy is available and we don't give up too much for him, I guess I wouldn't really be too opposed to that. I don't want him long-term, but if I have to have him for a year or two, I guess, you know what I mean? It's like anybody after Tom Brady is a downgrade, unless it's like a Russell Wilson, but it is what it is. I don't think anybody wants him. He's a good game manager, but like he always fucks up in the end. You know what I mean? Like with that bad interception or fumble. Yeah, I need to get my royalties. He loves stealing my material. He's been putting it on Good Morning Football twice that I've seen. Maybe he's talked about it more. I don't watch the shows in entirety anymore. But yeah, I mean, EA Sports, I'm waiting on my check. Peter Schrager, the Weasel, he has to go to Northwest Sports Fanatics for his content. I guess I should be proud about that. But Uncle Momentum, acting like he made it up. Silly man. You know what I mean? Stop it, dude. You know what I mean? There's only one Orion. Often imitated, never duplicated, my dude. Just because you're on TV, you know what I mean, doesn't mean that people won't call you out, bro. I tweeted at him. I let him know. I was like, bro, why are you stealing my material? I invented Uncle Mo, and you're acting like you made it up. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, Peter Schrager. And I don't like that show anymore. I don't like Kay Adams, Peter Schrager. The show was Nate Burleson. Once Nate left, the show has never been the same. I like Kyle Brandt. He might be the only one I really like on the show. Schrager's stealing my material. Kay's too biased. I'd rather go with Colleen Wolfe. She's the best in the business. I like her. She's real, you know what I mean? And I like the way that she goes over football. I think she's the best female. And then maybe Colleen Wolfe will take over Kay because I think Kay, his contract is up. So maybe we'll get Colleen Wolfe in there on Good Morning Football. It'll make it better. She's good looking. So is Kay Adams, but I like Colleen Wolfe. I think she's more real. I don't know. Kay seems kind of fake to me. So she's very heavy on the Saints and the Bears. But I just think when I hear her commentary, she's very biased. I mean, she's a Bears fan. Kyle Brandt's a Bears fan. Schrager's a Chiefs fan. And Nate, obviously, is no longer there. Yeah, of course it would be great for Cincinnati to win. That's why everyone's rooting for them. Unless you're a Lions fan, a Stafford fan, an Aaron Donald fan. If you're not a Rams fan or a Lions fan, no one is going for the Rams. Like, everyone is rooting for the underdog. And Burrow is such a cool guy. We saw what he did winning the Heisman, the Natty, and obviously him being here. He's a likable guy. He knows how to dress. He knows how to talk. He's got leadership. He's an animal. I mean, he's just and he made with Jamar Chase the Bengals cool. You know what I mean? They are a cool team. They were like a laughing stock, like Tampa Bay, but now they are cool, and people are going to buy that jersey. People are going to go out of their way and buy, Jamar Chase and Burrow jerseys. You feel me? Yeah, I haven't got my royalties from Peter. Nope. He just loves to steal my material. Do you think Wentz could be a top 5 quarterback at some point? Never. He'll never even be top 10. The best that he can hope for is 11 through 20. But on the right team, Wentz could make an NFC championship game, but it's not going to be with the Colts. You know what I mean? It has to be a team that has everything already, and he just has to be that guy that he was at 2017, the MVP candidate, the MVP Wentz. But I don't know if we're ever going to get MVP Wentz ever again. He was mentally broken, and now he's fixed. And I'll take a guy that's mentally broken over physically broken any day. But there's so many better quarterbacks than him. I mean, him and Jameis Winston impressed, but also Jameis got hurt, which is really bullshit and shitty. I feel bad as a Tampa fan that Devin White injured him. And some like young Nola has to be a dick and be a hater. He's like, oh, Devin White is a dirty player and he did it on purpose. Dude, go read a book. Go back to fucking school. I mean, I've never had someone so goddamn immature in my life on my channel. And like, I try to support him in his rap career. You know what I mean? But if you're 22, 23 and you're acting like you're 13, it's just fuck, dude. Like, I can only put up with so much. And I don't like that, toxic environment, but just like dumb shit like that. You know what I mean? Like where he actually believes that. He's not even trolling. Like, dude, I can't talk to someone about sports or football that way. When if you think Devin White is a dirty player, we're not talking about Ndamukong Suh, or some of these other guys that are considered dirty players. Now, Suh has calmed down a lot since he was on the Lions, where he was really dirty, stepping on Aaron Rodgers' chest and all that. You know what I mean? But Suh's got a little animal in him. You know what I mean? There's some dirty players out there, but Devin White, come on, bro. Stop it. Yeah, Wentz is done, right? And then not being able to win and against the Jags, Sarah will tell you. I mean, that was the game that you needed to win, and you couldn't get that dub right there. So, Colleen Wolfe, the Dawn, all right? You know what I mean? She's awesome. She's pretty. She knows sports. She has a fashion sense wearing Jordans. I mean, she just seems like, the realest one as far as all the females that are in the business. If I could do like a show, like live play-by-play and reactions or a podcast with anyone as a female, it would be her. Not Jane Slater, not, Cynthia Freeland, not Kay Adams. You got Joy Taylor and some of these other people that are out there. Aaron Andrews, Colleen Wolfe is hands down the best, period. That's my opinion. What are we at? 45? Oh, come on now. Your boy needs some beer money. I've been streaming for almost 3 hours. Someone needs to come through in the clutch and help your boy out. It doesn't need to be a 50 or 100, anything big like that. But if we can get a little bit of love before the stream ends, it would be great. I mean, I like to be able to buy a little bit more beer. I mean, these tall boys cost like $3 a piece. So I don't know how many I can get. I can get enough to last me, but I'll have to be able to see if I'm going to go drive around and try to get that pineapple. That pineapple beer is the one that I want for the Super Bowl, but they're sold out everywhere. So I might have to drive outside my city to go see if I can find it. Yeah, Wolf is from Philly, baby. Fly, Eagles, fly. Would you think the Vikings go far with Kyler Murray? No, because Kyler sucks in November and December. I mean, Kyler could go to Tampa Bay and I'll accept him, but there's limits. You're only going to get so far with him. You know what I mean? You might be able to make an NFC championship game if you overachieve, but I think that I think he wants to do FaZe Clan. I think he wants to do baseball. I don't know if he's mentally cashed in that he actually wants to play, football. And he definitely doesn't want to play for the Cardinals. So, I mean, if you're going to do this here and you're thinking about this, maybe you should go play baseball, my dude. You're a first-round pick. I mean, you could probably be better at baseball than football, and your career could last a lot longer, 20 years, rather than the 10 to 15 in the NFL. So, and maybe he wants to do gaming. I don't know. I mean, he's part of FaZe Clan, so I'm not too sure. But I think Kirk Cousins is a good fit for that team. You got Dalvin Cook. Kirk Cousins is getting paid like 40, 45 milli. That's a lot of money. You already got Adam Thielen, another great wide receiver, and you got Justin Jefferson, top 5. So hit the gritty. So I think that in this case, I would rather have Kirk Cousins there than Kyler, believe it or not. I think that's a better fit for the Vikings and what they do. And once they bring in Kevin O'Connell, and if Aaron Rodgers leaves, right? This team, the Vikings, are going to win the NFC North. All right. They just need to improve the offensive line and the defense. But they should be able to win it by default because obviously the Packers should go down to like a 500 team. The Bears will be floating around 500 unless Justin Fields can get a couple more wins, and maybe they can hit 10 wins if they overachieve. And then the Lions will be stuck in mediocrity, 5 wins or less. I mean, that's just the bottom line because Orion said so. Gang. You feel me? They do. They do. But this is the Rams. This is the Super Bowl. Molly, you like Molly? Well, we're talking about either good looking or we're talking about actually sports knowledge and that's who they are as a person. Aaron Andrews, yeah. There's a lot of them. Almost all of them are good looking. But I want someone that's real, that actually cares about the game. You know what I mean? That would still watch the game if they weren't getting paid from NFL Network or CBS or Fox or ABC. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know you're done with Wentz. Kettle in the building. What to do? Okay, awesome. I appreciate it. I'll be in here. I know that, man. A lot of times, normally with the streams, I mean, we usually make somewhere between 50 and 500. It just depends on who's in the room and what's going on. And I'm doing this full time. So like I said, I know there's going to be, streams where you're going to get huge donations. Like last night, we hit almost like 200-300. And then obviously some nights are not as high. It just depends on who's in the room. You know what I mean? But I'm going to be grinding and hustling, and I'm always going to be putting up numbers, Kettle in the building. What to do? Oh, I just got done watching UFC 271 with Adesanya retaining the belt over Whitaker. That was awesome. And we're just talking Rams, Bengals the night before the Super Bowl. I've streamed for 3 hours. So we're at $45. So, I mean, if we can just get like one more decent sized donation before the night ends, depending on how long I go for. I slept a lot today, did a lot of film, watched Ozark with the girlfriend, spent time with Paisley, but I put in the time and the effort and the grind. I mean, I don't think there's anyone else that works as hard as me. You know what I mean? I had a partner I used to work with, but he got lazy. He quit on me, didn't show up for 7 months, came back for 2 months, quit again, had my boy Swaggy P come in the building. Then he blocked me on social media. Sometimes things happen for a reason. I got Holly Hundo. I got a relationship with Grossi. I got a brand new graphics designer and Johnny. I got amazing fans like you guys that are in the room. I mean, everything happens for a reason. You know what I mean? I've been grinding it out for 10 years. 10. You know what I mean? And I told myself at the beginning when I started the channel, I gave myself a 10-year plan to see where I would be at if I was going to be financially stable enough to only do YouTube. I gave myself that goal, and I'm here 10 years. 6 years on YouTube, 4 years on Facebook and other platforms. And it feels good. I still need to keep grinding it out. I'm nowhere near where I need to be. But like I said, I'm happy to have the fans like you guys. You guys are the best fans on planet Earth. I appreciate you guys. Lovey Smith's in the building, so you never know what, sometimes we'll get Skip Bayless, in the building. You never know what, celebrities. I mean, Pat McAfee show watches this. EA Sports watches it. Peter Schrager and Good Morning Football know who I am. I mean, there's athletes and people that know, oh boy, me. All right. I got followed by John Cena. All right. Conan from NWO. All right. Tay Diggs, the actor. I mean, people know your boy, but it's not like I'm super famous yet. You know what I mean? Like, people will love to steal the material from the little guy, but I know at some point we will have big numbers. We'll hit the 50K, the 100K. I feel that, with my personality and being real and my dedication to the fans and the sports in general and wrestling, this will be one of the biggest channels, and people will know one day. NWSF. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm the most slept on sports channel on YouTube, period, or out there in the world. I feel like I am the most slept on. Everyone else is growing heavy. Everyone else is at like 100K, 200K or higher. That's fine. Everyone's journey is a little bit different, but the fans on here are the best. All right. Pound for pound, person for person, no one donates more per person than this channel. I mean, think about that. Less than 20 people in the room, and I can make $500 to $600 on a stream. Do you know any other stream, video gamer, or a YouTuber that's doing sports that can make $500 to $600 on a single stream with less than 20 people in it? It's unheard of. You know what I mean? That's facts. You got a lot of support from a lot of great people on here, and I think the relationship that I have with the fans, I talk to you guys on Instagram, Twitter. We actually are friends. It's not just like, I get donations and I'm like, oh, whatever. That's how it's supposed to be. No, it's not supposed to be that way. And I wouldn't be where I'm at today without you guys. And I love you guys. And I appreciate you guys so much, man. Gang. KK's uncle in the building. What to do? I know, dude. I know. Paula's in the building. What to do? Yeah, broke jokers. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, $45. I mean, you know what I mean? Like I said, we hit like 300 last night on the video. I mean, it just varies. Somewhere between 50 and 500 is usually what we hit. So I'm hustling and I'm grinding. I have been streaming every day. Ever since like I decided that I'm not doing the warehouse jobs or the sales jobs. I have mental health issues. With depression and anxiety. Obviously addiction with certain things. A lot of people go through a lot of tough times. I've never been suicidal. I've never gotten to that darkness, but I did have a period last year where I had about 3 weeks where I didn't get out of bed, lost the job that I was working at, and I wasn't in a good headspace. But then I got raided by Grossi, got my puppy Paisley that same day in October, made up for the 300 subs that I lost, got $620 in donations on that Grossi live stream raid, got a future collab with Grossi, met Holly Hundo. Now she's a mod for the channel. She's one of the top dogs, just like Nate the Great, Cyberpunk 53, and a few of you others. And things have been going, positively. We just need to be able to get more subs, more views, and like hopefully we can end up growing, even if YouTube is going to be a hater. I know we have a good product here. I give all my love, my blood, my sweat, my tears. I mean, I've got 3.5 million views. I've been grinding on this a majority by myself. I mean, I'm the one that does the thumbnails, the preparation for the shows. I'm giving you the HD pictures, and I'm the only one that does it this way. If you watch other channels, they may copy me after they see this HD photos that I bring up to make the show more interactive, but no one else is doing it. And if you start seeing other YouTubers doing what I'm doing, where do you think they got it from? I'm the originator. You know what I mean? Shit, if Peter Schrager is stealing from me, Uncle Mo, Uncle Momentum, people know who I am. You might as well offer me a contract or offer me to be on the show. I mean, if you're going that length to steal from me, you might as well put me in Madden in the video game, or, you might as well put me on Good Morning Football. If you're going to steal from me, I mean, I got good content. I got a great fan base. So, but I don't want to work on TV or on podcasts. I want to grow my brand on YouTube forever. Just like Tom Grossi. We're never leaving. We're never leaving. We're always going to be our own bosses. I don't want to be able to be PG-13 Orion on Good Morning Football, even though that would be an honor to be on there. I don't want to give up who I am. I want to be real, and I want to be my own boss. And so I'd rather grind it out. And I already have, Tom, I got Grossi, I got fucking Johnny, I got Holly Hundo, I got you guys. I already am in a good position right now. So that's facts. Michael, yeah, I already told you guys he's not going to be on the team. You guys need wide receiver help, but he's kind of a cancer. He's a meat player. You guys are going to be better off getting rid of him and getting some compensation for him. Then you can get wide receivers that are cheaper. It would be better off getting like an Allen Robinson or like a Godwin kind of guy to go there. And then you can be, maybe drafting a wide receiver. It's going to be better off for you guys not having him on the team. I mean, I know that's kind of crazy for some of y'all to think, but what has he done for you lately? He's injury prone now. He was the best wide receiver a couple years ago and broke the record. Now Cooper Kupp's that guy, but Michael Thomas has had 2 injury prone seasons. Is he brittle? Can he do it again? And it's NFL is always a what have you done for me lately? Is Michael Thomas back then? Was he top 3? Yeah, he was. Right? Is he top 3 now? No, he's not. Is he top 5? No, he's not. And out of respect, I'll say he's a top 10 wide receiver, but you need to show us this year. Because if you don't show us in the stats that you can stay healthy, he's going to be somewhere between 11 and 25 just because he can't stay healthy anymore. He's got skills to be top 3 with his hands, even though they want to call him slant boy. You know what I mean? But he is a good wide receiver. I would take him on my team in Tampa if he was a team player. But there's a lot of drama around him. And he went to Ohio State. And some guys from Ohio State, they got, Zeke. They don't really have it all up here. They're more me players. Zeke is overrated. I think Michael Thomas is a little overrated, but the defensive guys, Chase Young, Nick Bosa, Joey Bosa, not overrated. I like Ohio State players, but it just seems like Ohio State players on the offense, a little questionable, except for Eddie George. I love him. But I think Michael Thomas is a little injury prone, and that's not me trying to be a hater because I'm a Bucs fan. It's just the truth. I don't know if he can stay healthy, and you don't have Drew Brees anymore. Drew Brees made you, okay? Not the other way around. All right. So now if without Drew Brees, if you have Jameis or someone else, can you still be as productive? And I say no. So you got to go probably somewhere else. Taysom Hill was ass. Yeah, he wasn't good. We the hardest working people in life. And that's why the donations are so high. Nate the Great works 80 hours a week, 16-hour days. No wonder he can drop a $500 donation to me more than once. He's already done it twice versus the Broncos and Chiefs and then at Royal Rumble live stream. Do you know how incredible it feels to get a $500 fucking donation from a fan? And then me and Nate are friends. We're probably going to link up and hang out and watch wrestling together. I'll probably go, fly out to him or something at some point. I want to be able to have that relationship with the fans. Me and Holly Hundo will meet up. Sarah, we'll all meet up at one point and watch football together or wrestling. You know what I mean? But Holly Hundo, $100, $200, $300 donations. She's right there at the top with Nate the Great. Cyberpunk 53 is a guy that's donated 50 or 100 like every time. He's really stepped up his game. I mean, there's a lot of big donos. You know what I mean? Forbidden Alchemy 100, Marcos Pineda 100. And when guys donate 50 or 100, that's a big deal. You know what I mean? Anything below 50 is amazing. 20, 30, 40. But once you go to 50 and up, I mean, that's a lot of love and support. You know what I mean? And I used to have one heavy hitter. Now I have about 8. So I feel like, I can do this every day and grind it out. And, we're going to be able to be successful here. And I don't need to be rich. I just need to be able to pay rent, pay bills, get things for my girlfriend, for Paisley, my puppy. And then, like I said, I haven't really bought anything for myself. The first thing that I bought for myself in a year was that Devin White sewn white jersey, literally. You know what I mean? I got overnight shipping. I think I paid like $180, to get it. That's the first thing that I've actually bought for myself. I want to be able to do raids. I want to be able to do jerseys for giveaways. Once we have like Grossi numbers, I want to give away a jersey every halftime. That's the goal. Give an NWSF hoodie away, NFL jersey, t-shirt, hat. I want to be able to do fun things like that because you guys are worth it. You guys are the best fans. I'm not biased. I got a good voice. I got the passion, the energy. And you got to think, I've been doing this for 10 years. I gave up a Michael Jordan PSA 9 rookie card worth $30,000 to $50,000. It'll be worth $100K once he dies. Do you understand that? How many people would give that up? If I didn't have a dream like this, I would have never given that up. I mean, I could have lived off that, right? You know what I mean? I'm a big time collector. I've been collecting since I was 5, but I have passion and love. And would I rather have a $20,000 Michael Jordan rookie card or 20,000 fans? I would rather have the 20,000 on YouTube. I will get the Jordan rookie card again. All right. But the fans, you can't replace that. You guys are so loyal to the soil to me. You guys are so smart, so passionate. Sometimes we'll have some clowns that we have to boot out or time out. But for the most part, you guys are so awesome. We got people from LA to New York to Nolans to fucking Scotland to Australia. And the fan base is incredible. And I wouldn't be able to be where I'm at today. And think about it. I had my partner quit on me. You know what I mean? A lot of people, I wasn't going to ever quit. I've always been the leader. You know what I mean? But to be able to be positive, even with mental health, with depression, and anxiety, I'm a fighter. You know what I mean? I know I have something to show. And when you're getting people like Peter Schrager stealing from you, I mean, think about that for a second. Are they stealing from other YouTubers? Possibly. You know what I mean? But I feel that EA Sports, Good Morning Football, Pat McAfee Show, Schrager, I mean, people that you think that wouldn't watch me, they're watching me. Their social media teams are watching. They're watching. They're watching Grossi too. They see what we're doing on YouTube. There's a reason why we're so popular. You know what I mean? Like, we would get better ratings on TV and podcasts than a lot of these guys that are on TV and podcasts now. I mean, Pat McAfee's doing it. He's a former player, but for someone like me and Grossi that aren't former players, we could hang with anyone. I mean, we could hang with anybody. I think that's facts. The Commanders. Yep. Yeah. And you know what I mean? Like, and the sad thing is after he quit on me, he blocked me on social media, and then he made a post on Facebook saying support at your own risk. The only reason people watch NWSF is me. And then I think his parents probably told him stop being immature and take it down. But I had friends screenshot it and send it to me. So, I mean, for someone that I actually let in to my dream, for you to bash me like that, and then you quit on me, I didn't even fire you. You're never recording with me ever again, boy. All right. It's never happening, dude. You know what I mean? I with the kindness of my heart, I fucking even let him keep my equipment at his house for the first 2 years. So that way we could record because, I didn't think that he would come to me. You know what I mean? Like, I had like $6,000, $7,000 worth of equipment that I trusted with him. And then his girlfriend and him got in a fight one time, and she broke some of my fucking lighting equipment, broke my mouse. That's like $100. And then I had to take the equipment away because I was like, dude, you're ruining my Michael Jordan rookie card. What the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? And then at that point, I started doing live streams, and I gave him a chance. You know what I mean? But if your heart's not in it, or you think that you can make your own channel and you're better than me, all right, good luck, dude. Good luck. You know what I mean? Because I've always connected with the fans, and it's just sad that it ended up that way. But it is what it is. The main part that pisses me off that he's lying to all the fans on his channel saying that we're still boys. The only reason that we don't record is because he moved away. Incorrect. False. Completely. Just because you're trying to get subs and views from someone that's borderline wanting to sub to your channel, and if they hear that we're still boys, okay, cool, I'll sub. But if they knew that the truth, do you think they would sub to your channel? Probably not. All right. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? We made great content together, back then, but he's never really been my friend. It was always a business relationship. It's not like me and Preston. Me and Preston are boys for life. for life, brother. All right. You know, everyone thought just because we recorded together that we were best friends, best friend, but we weren't. No, world order for life, brother. Oh, yeah. Me and Swaggy P are friends, but, you know, it is what it is. Everything happens for a reason, right? And I've always been a hustler. I've always been a grinder. You know, he can do whatever he wants, but obviously he's not committed to recording. I mean, he'll take breaks of 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. You know what I mean? And his content isn't going to be better than mine. All right. So hey, I wish I could say I wish him luck, but I don't. I don't, you know, you're not in my circle anymore. You know what I mean? You want to bash me? I could care less what he does. You know what I mean? And I imagine now once he starts seeing, you know, Holly Hundo, Grossi, $500 donations, he probably is thinking now, fuck, I fucked up. And he's never apologized to me. He's never contacted me. You know what I mean? So, but he's never coming back. You know what I mean? But I imagine, I know he spies on me and still watches the channel. So I know that, you know, once he sees those big donos, he's probably thinking to himself, I fucked up. But hey, you live and you learn, and it is what it is. And that's facts. But I feel like I'm in a good place right now, mentally, physically. I feel I'm at a really, really good place. Will you ever let us call in and talk sports? I want to be a Rambassador for NWSF. Yeah, at some point I got to figure out a phone number that you guys could call. I mean, I don't really want to give my cell phone out over, you know, because I'd be getting calls from some of y'all probably on the middle of the night and whatnot. But yeah, at some point, if I can, I mean, we do have, my girlfriend works from home here. But yeah, at some point, if I could get that set up where you guys could call in, I would love that. I would love that. Oh yeah. And like I said, you know what I mean? I like to be able to have the Rambassador in the building. I got Brute Saint for the Saints. I got Birdman 951 that's hopped on my show for Eagles. If you guys have the proper equipment, like microphones and a setup, you know, I might drop the link in Super Bowl tomorrow. And if you want to hop on the stream and show me what kind of food or beer you're drinking and what kind of party you got going on, I might drop the link in tomorrow. And if you guys want to, you know, talk sports with me while I'm doing the Super Bowl or before the Super Bowl or after the Super Bowl, I might drop that link. So Kettle in the building. What to do? What to do? Elliot Evans. Yeah. So yes, we need a call-in show one night a week. Yeah, that would be nice, like a Q&A. But I just don't know how I would do that, though. I mean, we have a phone line here. I don't know if I would have to get a personal phone line with my own phone. And then how would you guys hear it? You know what I mean? Like I could, unless I had my cell phone or another phone line that I got, like a trap phone. If I got a trap phone and then a speaker, then I could elevate the voice and put it next to the mic right here. And then you could hear what the person is doing. But I don't know about, you know, an actual phone on speaker, if it would be loud enough or whatever. But yeah, that would be dope. That would be dope. Juju. Juju's a me player. Juju is a me player through and through, cares about TikTok and social media more than the teammates and the game. If I was the Chiefs or the Cowboys, I would stay away. But when he's focused, he is a top 30 wide receiver. But I think that you've seen, like, Chase Claypool was good in his rookie season, kind of dropped off. Deontay Johnson stepped up as actually the best wide receiver this season, and he kind of fixed his drop problem that he had. But I don't think I would want Juju on my team. I think there's too much drama. He's kind of a me player like Michael Thomas. I don't like that. I like team players more than me players. Give me Chris Godwin, you know, over a guys like Michael Thomas or Juju. Personally, I want team players. Yeah, we will. We'll definitely hang out sometime, bro. Hey, I'm here, man. I've been grinding for 3 hours and 17 minutes. You name one other YouTuber that's doing what I'm doing right now. All right. You know, I'm trying to get some beer money. I'm trying to, you know, have great conversation. We're talking Rams, Bengals. I did UFC. Was it 271? Ended up watching that. Adesanya retaining the belt. Watched that. I watched a good chunk of that fight, about half the fight on here. And we're just grinding. I'm just hanging out. You know what I mean? I got to get beer and I got to get chips. I got ribs already, 2 stacks of ribs ready for tomorrow that are thawing right now in the fridge. But like I said, I have no money for beer. I have no money for gummies. I had to pay some bills and whatnot. So I need gummies, I need beer, and some chips. So we're at $45, $25 on the Cash App. So I need just like a little bit more. Like another $25 on the Cash App would be like perfect. But I don't know if anyone can, you know, help out. But if you can, that would be great, because I just want to be able to get enough beer and enough snacks, because obviously my girlfriend's going to go to Washington at her mom's house at Ridgefield, which is an incredibly beautiful place. It's like $1 million home. And they're going to do barbecue and Super Bowl, but I'm grinding it away. I'm going to be doing like a 6-hour stream. So
almost an unwinnable situation. We'll see depending on which quarterback they get.
And when people get annoyed,
message from a golden eagle. Hey, it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? Everything happens for a reason. I've always been the voice piece. I've always been the mouthpiece, you know, the leader, you know what I mean? And I mean, it's one thing. It's like if you're going to be doing a show, you can't be high out of your mind before and at halftime. And if I'm calling the game, you can't interrupt me when it's like halfway through the play when I'm actually calling the game, and then you start talking to someone in the chat because you're high. You know what I mean? Like there's one thing when you can do like reaction videos and you can have that chemistry and whatnot. You know what I mean? But when you're doing a live stream, and it's like you got to be able to know your place. You know what I mean? And I think that was a part of the problem too. The Commanders possibly moving to Tacoma? What? I did not hear that. Yep. See? Yeah. You know what I mean? And the thing is like, you know, you might be able to get a reaction video, you know, and get views. You know what I mean? When you're doing your videos, you can get 500. I know he's got one that had like 40,000 when the Redskins got their ass kicked by like the Cowboys. All right. But you're not getting paid for that. You know what I mean? You can get all the views that you want, but unless you're a YouTube partner, you're not making any money. So I think that's part of it too. You know what I mean? If you're only doing it for money alone, you're going to fail. You know what I mean? You have to have the love and the passion and the fan base and the love to record because that's what you love to do. If you're only doing it for views, subs, and money, it's not going to get you there, dude. You know what I mean? Like you have to be committed. You know what I mean? You just can't record when you want to. You're never going to grow. You know what I mean? Like go hard for like a month and then quit for 3 weeks. Like, dude, you know what I mean? Like some of us are grinders and workers, you know, like Nathaniel Marsh, 16-hour days, 80 hours a week. Orion, grinder. I mean, I could do 7 streams, 3 hours, you know what I mean? Like every day. You don't get that from a lot of people. And it's about good content as well. Not just to record, but you have to have it planned out and you have to bring it. You know what I mean? Like, have you guys ever seen me with a bad reaction video or a bad live stream? I have no notes ever. Everything is up here and it's all one take. I mean, do you understand how hard that is? There's not very many people that can have that type of reputation, and I take it very seriously. You know what I mean? We actually do have a Discord. We actually have one. Air Whitey created a Discord for us. So we can actually do Discord in the off season and in the regular season. He knows more about it than me, but he created one for the channel. Yeah, Super Bowl tickets. Yeah, Mike Evans, dude. Love him. Love him. I mean, if there's one player on the offense, I would rather have a Tristan Wirfs or a Ryan Jensen jersey on the O-line. But if I had to choose one guy to get a jersey on the offense zone, it would be a white Mike Evans. You know what I mean? But I like defense. That's why I went with a Devin White, Levante David. My next jersey I'll probably get is a Mike Allstott throwback or a Rondé Barber or John Lynch. I already have Simeon Rice, Derek Brooks. My Derek Brooks red zone jersey I wear all the time is my favorite besides my Devin White jerseys. I mean, I'm a defensive guy. I love defense. But I got obscure guys. I got Keyshawn Johnson, you know, way back in the day. I got that. I got Doug Martin, Muscle Hamster. I got Doug Williams in the creamsicle orange. I mean, I got a lot of jerseys. I got like 10, 11, 12, 13 on Tampa, 10 on like on the Duck side. Blazers 3 or 4, you know, obviously with Damian Lillard, Ken Griffey Jr. jerseys. I got like 4 or 5. I mean, I'm a big jersey guy. You know, I love jerseys and memorabilia. But yeah, definitely my Devin White and my Derek Brooks are my favorite. Yeah, we do have a Discord. Like I said, Air Whitey has the details on it. He created one for us to use. I've never used it yet. I don't really know how it works, but I know we can do Cash App on there and we can do some, you know, group meetings together, even though we are, you know, pushing this channel here. And eventually I might do a secondary channel. I could do like, you know, a wrestling channel, Northwest Wrestling Fanatics, because that's who I am. Me, Preston, my boy, Justin Graves. You know, I'm always doing that, but we're going to continue to do this channel and keep grinding it out. You know, I'm going to be doing WWE live streams next week. We got Elimination Chamber in Saudi Arabia, 9 a.m. start on Saturday. I'm doing it. Last time we did a WWE pay-per-view Royal Rumble, Nate the Great dropped $500 in a donation. Salute, right? And then I got Daytona 500 on Sunday. I've had Panthers Fam and Forbidden Alchemy offer $200 each to do NASCAR this year. So I was like, fuck, okay, man. If you guys want me to do NASCAR, I'll get Johnny to make the thumbnail with the actual racers on the front, like this thumbnail that you see behind me. We'll get some guys on there. Some Joey Logano, you know, Kyle Busch, you know, we'll get some guys on there and maybe a car in the front or in the background. And I'm really excited to see what Johnny can come up with on the NASCAR side because he's never done it before. So I'm going to have him make my NASCAR thumbnails, even if I have to pay like $20, $10, per thumbnail. I don't care. I want to support him, and I'll be doing the WWE live streams every month. I'm going to keep my Peacock subscription. When AEW has their pay-per-views for a year, I'll pay the $50 or $60. I'll be doing a live stream watch party for those. When MLB starts, I'll be doing Dodgers for my dad, and I'll be doing the NBA playoffs as well as the finals. So I'll be doing a lot of everything. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be – I'll still be doing football, number one, college football, NFL, AEW, but there's going to be additional content for us to hang out, and then we'll learn a little bit. I'll learn a little bit more on the NASCAR side because I was really into it about 20 years ago when I had a boss that was really into it. I got a Jeff Gordon rookie card autograph. I got a lot of Dale Earnhardt Jr. memorabilia that I can show off in the future. But it's just one extra thing for content. You know what I mean? Is Julio Jones' career over, or can he make a comeback? It's over. He's injury prone. I don't see him, being a top 5 wide receiver ever again. What's your favorite number, Orion? 24. I got the Ken Griffey Jr. MLB logo t-shirt. This was a gift from Swaggy P. 24, Ken Griffey Jr. And a lot of great 24s. Jamal Mashburn. When I was a kid, when I chose my jersey, I loved Jamal Mashburn, 24. Ken Griffey Jr., 24. Kobe Bryant, 24. I'm a 24 guy. That is my favorite number. Like I said, when I played sports, that was the number I wore. Sometimes I would wear 13 or 15, but I like 24. That's absolutely my favorite. A lot of great 24s in history, but Ken Griffey Jr. is my number one. Your new name on TikTok is Sad Sports Fanatic. Okay, Kettle. Well, you start reacting to every NFL highlights game. It takes a lot of time and energy to do those. Every one I do, it takes like 30 minutes to like an hour. And the program that I was using for OBS Studio crapped out on me. And then I got Streamlabs like Grossi uses, and I couldn't get the text feature to work. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to try to re-download OBS Studio. But if I can't get the OBS Studio up, I might not be able to do as many reaction videos because I can't do the reaction videos on here on the StreamYard. So I'm hoping I can do as many as I can. But the thing is with reaction videos, they're only relevant when they're immediate. So as soon as the game ends, you got to put it up or the next day. And I'm doing Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football. So by the time I get to do some reaction videos, it's Tuesday, and it's already too late by that point. You know what I mean? Like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and you already got Thursday Night Football. So if I'm doing reaction videos on Tuesday and Wednesday, it's already too late, kind of. You know what I mean? Like I'll try to do them, but I mean, I like doing live streams more. I don't get paid any money for reaction videos. I know I'm very good at them, and I'm like one of the best out there that does reaction videos. I think I am the best personally that does them out of everyone out there. There's a lot of imitators, a lot of fakes, often imitated, never duplicated. But I feel that when I do a highlight package, no one's going to be able to match my energy and knowledge in that. But live streams is really where it's at. You know what I mean? NASCAR, baby. 24, baby. Obsessed with NASCAR. What do I think about the Sixers and Knicks trade? Not Sixers and Knicks. Sixers and Nets. Like I still have some of these things pulled up here. I'll show you. All right. Look at your boy. Look at your boy. Your boy's always on lock. All right. Trade grades. Okay. So with the move, it's short term because Harden will only be there for a year. Simmons wasn't playing. All right. So I think as far as what the Sixers, the ability for them to overachieve and make the finals, you could do it with Embiid and Harden. With Simmons, he's a me player. He can't shoot. He can't shoot free throws. He's good at defense, though. So at least he has that going for him. But with Kyrie's crazy. Simmons is a me player, and KD is a snake, okay? But as far as I think about grades, I would probably give the Nets a C and maybe the Sixers a B-. You know what I mean? This is kind of the breakdown because your boy always has all the information up. So Sixers, Nets, complete the blockbuster. Simmons and Harden were the main pieces. Seth Curry, Drummond, 2 first-rounders, right? And you get Harden and Millsap. Remember when Millsap was good on Utah? All right, so I think that Sixers won that hands down. And then when you look at this, look at the left. That looks like a team that can make the Eastern Conference Finals. Look at the team on the right. I see a lot of bullshit, a lot of drama. And, if you had told me that Harden, KD, and Kyrie weren't going to work, no shit. You know what I mean? You got too many me players. You know what I mean? You got to be able to have chemistry. And I think Harden won't be as much of a ball hog. I think he respects Embiid and understands that, like, Embiid's the best big man. I mean, DeAndre Ayton for the Suns is right up there. He's nice, but Embiid is the best big man in the league. I mean, it's what Greg Oden should have been, right? And Harden is still a top 15 player in the NBA. You know, he dribbles too much for my liking, but you know, I would give it a B for Philly and a C for Brooklyn. Brooklyn ain't going to the finals, but Sixers could. We could get a Sixers Suns or a Sixers Warriors NBA finals, and I would love that. You feel me? Gang, gang. Your boy is always doing big things. Beast mode. Exactly. Marshawn Lynch, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, I like it. I like that we all have it within 4 points. This is going to be.
Would you consider reacting them live? What are we talking about? The games? That's what the live stream is. I mean, that's what I'm doing, right? You can't react to the highlight. What do you mean react to the highlights live? You know what I mean? Like, you can't show the highlights on the screen. It's copyright, your boy Alex. You can't. There's a reason why YouTubers can't put the footage on, because your channel will get blocked and taken down for copyright reasons. If I could have the game on the like on the screen while I'm actually watching it on TV and you guys are watching it on the screen, don't you think every YouTuber would do that? Grossi would do it. I would do it. We all would do it, but they don't allow it. So I can't do that. Copyright, my boy. Luka MVP. Zion just fat. Embiid throwdown against Allen. Yeah, I did. Yeah, Embiid is nice. Like I said, he's one of the he's like really likable too. You know what I mean? He talks shit. He watches anime. He just seems like a cool dude. He likes to troll. But like I said, as far as big men are concerned, he's the most likable, dominant big man. And it took him a while to get to this spot. You know what I mean? But I really, really like him. I would take him in Portland in a heartbeat. He is dominant. He can throw up a 20, a 30, a 40, a 50. He can get you 20 boards. He's just a dominant machine. I love him a lot. One of my favorite players, actually, in the NBA. I like Damian Lillard. Dame Dolla is my favorite, because obviously I'm a Portland guy. Ja Morant is my second favorite player in the NBA. And Embiid, he's probably in my top 5. I like him a lot, man. But I don't really like the NBA in general. It's just kind of like no defense, not enough superstars, laziness, and just the product going into the bubble and everything. The last 2 years, the NBA has taken a big hit. The NBA has been not good, right? WWE, NBA, AEW, NFL, college football, but NBA and WWE. But hopefully we can turn that thumbs down to a thumbs up, because I want to be able to love those things again. You know what I mean? But yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wilt the stilt. Dude, what the hell am I doing streaming still right now? 3 hours and 31 minutes. What the fuck am I doing? I'm hanging out with you guys. I'm just showing my grind and my effort. You know what I mean? And we hit $45 in donos. I was hoping to get a little bit more for beer money, but hopefully I'll find a way to be able to make it happen if we don't get another dono here in a little bit. But it's already 11:02, which is like 2 a.m. and we still got people in here hanging out with me. So let me go check up on Paisley and the girlfriend. Let me see what they're doing, if they're awake or whatnot. Give me 1 sec.
We've certainly spent a fair amount of time this week talking about all of the high-profile receivers in this game. And on the Bengals side, it's warranted. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd have all been incredibly productive, and none has gone without attention from quarterback Joe Burrow. But in the last few weeks, the Bengals have had somebody else catching the ball, running back Joe Mixon. Mixon has become a much bigger part of the passing game as the Bengals are trying to get rid of the ball quickly to go to that quick passing game. Mixon's only a lot of it is simply checkdowns and making sure that he's available and open for Burrow. Regardless, Mixon will be a very key part of this game tomorrow against the Rams. Burrow said that establishing the run is a key in making sure that that fierce pass rush doesn't tee off on him. And Burrow also said setting the tone with a level of physicality is what Mixon does best and what the Bengals are hoping to do.
Thanks, Aditi. Meantime, the Rams are ready to protect their house, even though they're actually the Super Bowl away team here. All right, Steve White has one more.
Well, MJ, we saw the Rams activate running back Darrell Henderson on Friday, and head coach Sean McVay said he will play Sunday, but that activation did not come without some trepidation. Not because Henderson isn't healthy, but because running back coach Thomas Brown and McVay had some concerns that adding Henderson back into the rotation could disrupt the chemistry with Cam Akers and some of the shell that built up through this postseason. And once they saw Henderson on the field,
1 a.m. over there, huh? I know, it's crazy. Well, fucking A, man. It's 3 hours and 33 minutes. And we haven't had a dono in a little while. I've been grinding it out. We did UFC 271. We've been talking NFL. We've been talking wrestling, NBA. Like I said, I just tried to do a stream to hang out with you guys, and was hoping to get a little bit, donos for some chips and some beer for tomorrow, because it's going to be a long 6-hour day. I appreciate every single one of y'all in the room. I love you, and I appreciate you. The girlfriend is hungry. She just woke up like an hour ago. I want to spend some time with Paisley, rest my voice up for tomorrow. So any type of, Cash App or YouTube Super Chat would be greatly appreciated. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, donate to your boy if you can. I definitely am going to need the beer money. And like I said, even after the stream ends, Cash App, $ORIONNWSF. If you can help your boy out, it'd be greatly appreciated. Super Bowl 56 tomorrow starts at 3:30. I'll start the stream probably at 2:30. And then, like I said, if I started at 2:30, maybe I'll be able to, I don't know if I can get beer delivered here at that point, because I don't know what time my girlfriend is going to be leaving, but I need to go to the store to get the beer in the morning. And I'll be streaming probably from 2:30 to like 8:30. It's probably going to be like a 6-hour stream. It's going to be crazy. Super Bowl tomorrow. Let's go. It's going to be exciting. I'll have my Devin White jersey on. I'll be cooking the ribs up. It's going to be amazing. Bengals and Rams. I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. UFC was nice. NFL talk is always great. I always got the homies in the room supporting me. I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very much. We're going to have a great show tomorrow for the Super Bowl. Probably hit somewhere between, I'm hoping, 500 and 1,000 in the donos. Probably get some people coming out of the woodworks, hanging out with your boy. Like I said, hopefully get some subs on the Super Bowl Sunday as well, and some decent views. Love you. Appreciate you. And I got one question for you. Who talk sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics. Get some sleep, y'all. All right. It's already 11 here, 1 or 2 a.m., wherever you guys are at. Get some sleep. All right. Get ready in the morning. Get your snacks, get your chips, get your beer. All right. Get your weed. Get everything ready. We're going to have an amazing Super Bowl. I love you, and I appreciate you. The best fans on planet Earth. You guys, Fanatic fam. 3 hours and 35 minutes, and I'm out. Peace. Gang.